Welcome to the Roll for Change charity stream in benefit of the Trevor Project. First, I think we should explain Roll for Change. After a recent political event, a lot of podcasters in the gaming community got together because we felt that we had audiences out there and some influence over people, and that we hadn't contributed enough. So Roll for Change is a collective of podcasters who are working to help people who were made more vulnerable by, the general election. So we're doing a stream benefiting the Trevor Project, which is a wonderful charity that provides a suicide hotline for trans youth. You can follow the link that will be in our chat to the Trevor Project to, make any donations that you would like. Throughout the course of the day, we're going to have several streamers from the Roll for Change crew doing games and other such streams to, raise awareness for the Trevor Project and, help you guys in the audience have fun. Before I get started, I want to bring the chat up on the big screen. So I am going to have my good guests introduce themselves really quick to cover for my stupidity.
Do you want to go first, Sam?
Yes. Hi. What's up, nerds? Happy Pride to everyone.
Woo!
My name is Allie Barthwell. You may know me from lots of other of these things. Fun facts for you to know. I'm a writer for Cards Against Humanity and a teacher and performer with the Second City. And you can follow me on Twitter at WTFlanksteak.
Hi, I'm Pranks Paul. You probably know me from numerous other one-shot stream things, too. I tend to play Destiny publicly with James a lot. And my show called Adventure launched last month, maybe 2 months ago. I don't remember. Some time ago on the One Shot Network. Adventure is a weekly podcast where, not weekly, it's bi-monthly. Already screwing this up. It's a podcast where we do fan fiction. So we just have
bi-monthly can also mean every other month.
Oh my God! It happens every 2 weeks. It happens every 2 weeks,
It's
unless
bi-weekly.
yes, unless Pat screws it up and uploads it early. It's every 2 weeks. Yeah, and we recently did Pokemon, and you can find James and I almost said James, Jesse, and Meowth, James, Cat, and Johnny as Team Rocket on Pokemon, and we'll be doing Harry Potter, which will be up in 2 weeks. So that'll be fun. I guess you can find me on Twitter at RogueTLDR. And also, you can find me at Never Tell Me the Pods, which is another show that I co-host with James, where we talk about the Stars War.
Oh, and I'd also like to plug, I'm a recapper for Vulture and currently recapping The Bachelorette. And this season is already bonkers and will continue to be bonkers. So please go out and read those.
It is really bonkers. I would love to talk to you about that after the stream because it's nuts.
Oh man, if you don't watch The Bachelorette, this is probably the best season to start watching. And very rarely would I be like, go back to the beginning and watch, but go back to the beginning and watch.
Okay, so now that I have managed to get the chat working, we'll be able to keep in touch with the chat throughout the thing. We're not going to be writing to you, but we can talk to you. For those who don't know me, because I did not introduce myself, I am James D'Amato. I am host of the One Shot podcast. I'm a member for Roll for Change. Like I said, this is to benefit the Trevor Project. And you can see Let's Play TEW in the chat is posting links to fundraise for the Trevor Project throughout the stream. If you have any question about that charity or their works, please follow that link and read up on them. Or, if you know them already, now is the best time to donate. With that out of the way, we're going to be previewing a game that is not yet published for you guys tonight. I'm really excited about this one. This is a game called Damn the Man, Save the Music, designed by Hannah Schaefer, one of my all-time favorite designers. Hannah has a really unique perspective. She's put out great games like Questlandia and with her partner Evan, Noirlandia.
Ooh, those are great games.
Really, really good stuff. And this one is sort of the Empire Records role-playing game. For those of you who were not teens in the 90s.
Yes. Not even teens, pre-teens.
Yeah.
I was a pre-teen in the 90s, and it was a touchstone for several of my white friends.
Yeah. Fair. Brutally fair. Empire Records was like sort of like an indie 90s team comedy where some slackers worked at an indie record store. What's going on, Josh?
Hey.
Dude.
Hey, yo, Josh. Okay. Just making sure that Josh is one of the bosses over at Roll for Change. And when he says, hey, my dudes, I have like a tiny panic attack that something isn't working. Okay, good.
But there's a comma coming.
James is unused to being greeted, so that was very stressful for him.
Yeah, but Empire Records was like this, sort of charming indies teen comedy about slackers who worked at an indie record store. Very white. I will say that. It's also Dan
Like
the Man-
Corin Hornwhite.
Yes, Corin Hornwhite.
a very iconic Liv Tyler performance.
Yeah.
And like remember like those fuzzy, it was like faux Angora fuzzy blue baby dress with like boots, chokers. Like it was the most like truly quite 90s.
Sounds formative.
And Damn the Man is also drawing on the same well from High Fidelity, which is, if you're a Cusack fan, man, is that like kind of fun if you turn your brain off and don't think about all of the skeevy things that were going on there now. Like, oh boy, hey, when people break up with you, just let it go, maybe.
Don't go visit them afterwards.
Maybe let it go forever. But we are going to play the game, and one of the pieces of advice that the designer Hannah put in the book is to do better. We are going to be playing with all the fun parts of those indie 90s slacker record movies, and we're going to be stripping out some of the negative bits to just have fun.
Just have fun, guys.
We do have another performer coming, but like,
She's
are
late
not-
for her shift. It's
Yeah,
fine.
she's late for her shift. So we are going to get started, and the first thing we need is the deck of playing cards that I left on the table over
no.
there.
Oh, do you want us to vamp again?
Oh God. Please do.
I will say my boyfriend works at a record store, and at least twice a month someone is asking him, oh, is it like Empire Records? Like,
That must
it's
be
a-
really fun for him. He
it's
must
a big-
love that.
And he like hates, so now he hates that movie, and it's like a perfectly fine like 90s Gen X kind of
Mostly inoffensive.
mostly inoffensive movie
Yeah.
that he like can no longer stand.
I moved to Wicker Park, I guess 4 years ago for the first time, and we moved about a block from where High Fidelity was shot. Where the
Yeah,
record
yeah.
store was, and all anyone else would ask me was like, "Oh, are you from the High Fidelity thing?" And I normally just want to say like no and shoot them down to end the
Yeah.
conversation, but I have to be like yes, and they're like, "What happened to it?" And I explain, and they're like, "Is it still there?" And I'm like, "No," and I'm like, "Can we move on?"
Yeah, let's just move on.
Yeah, it would be great if we could just move on. Thankfully, I have my deck of cards here. So, this runs on the same engine, if you are familiar with it, sort of, to Questlandia. We're already at $100.
Hundo P.
Hey, guys, I am glad that vamping and plugging has motivated you to help some of the more vulnerable members of our society that have been put out. We really, really appreciate that, especially because I'm trying to provide entertainment for people, and it's my job, and I'm failing at it. So the way we start this game is by establishing the record store and what is in trouble about it. Because record stores in these movies and in life in general are never just like fine. Record stores are always on the edge of collapse. And this game starts off with actually something that you read aloud to everybody at the table. Welcome to Wait a minute. Does it?
Ooh, don't read that to me.
yeah.
Don't read that
Spoilers.
to me.
No, okay, yeah, it is. Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to Revolution Records, the kind of place that's been on the verge of closing since opening day. Located down that little side street in the part of town your mom doesn't want you to visit. We all know CD Emporium's been sniffing around, looking to turn this place into a corporate boy band vending machine. If we don't settle up with the landlord this month, we're out, and Emporium is in. We've got one chance to keep the music playing. At 11 a.m. tomorrow, the big shot will walk through these doors, and half of the town will be here to get their shitty signatures on their shitty records. If we can sell every one of them a CD, that's enough to float us for another year. So the question is, can we make it through just one day without it being a huge fucking disaster? And I think the answer to that is going to be an emphatic no, because this works off of the engine of Questlandia. Questlandia, if you're not familiar, is a game where you play characters in a world that is on the brink of collapse.
Our world.
Yeah, you hop in just before the apocalypse. So it is like your everyday life. And we establish what that problem is by drawing cards. And we'll be doing that by drawing cards here. The highest card is going to be a trouble that will be set at 3. So the first card we have here is a spade. 10 of spades, that is trouble with the boss.
Okay.
We've got 3, which is employee morale. So it's right now losing to the boss. Ooh, boy. Looks like there's another trouble with the boss.
But this is minor.
Yes. And finally, we
More
have
morale.
more morale. So
I think
Or
the boss
less
doesn't.
morale.
The boss doesn't like that our morale's so high. That's what I'm seeing.
Oh, actually, I only need to draw the first one. So
Okay.
it looks like the boss is going to be the big trouble, and that is our trouble at 3. Every other trouble, which is hearts for morale, diamonds for money, and clubs for community, is set at 1.
Oh, I see what they did there. Clubs, community.
That means it is a problem, but it's the sort of problem that's so minor you don't really notice it. It starts bubbling up at 2, and by 3, it becomes a huge problem that is threatening the store. Since we're ideally supposed to be playing with 3 players today, once we hit one of these troubles at 5, the record store can never recover.
Okay.
But right now, we have a problem with our boss.
Okay.
And so, yeah, collapses when something reaches 5. So now it is time to decide, what do we think our problem is with the boss?
Are there options, or is it like we
Yeah,
can
do we just
pick
So
say-
it?
they have suggestions with
Okay.
things like new management, had to take a second job, going through a very public breakup.
Sure.
However, if you guys have ideas,
I got one.
oh,
She's my sister.
okay.
I was gonna say like it is a micromanagey boss and has implemented like a new rule system, so they're like constantly watching us.
Okay, so sister, I want to dig down on this. This family connection, is it like the family owns the store and the sister got the job and not you?
So I'm thinking that this is part of the family's franchise, and my younger sister ended up being passed over as manager, and so all of the childhood frustrations and bubble up, she's taking out on the whole staff.
Okay. So, but she is the boss.
She is the boss.
She is
Okay.
the boss, and she got passed
And
over.
maybe she's
as
installed
manager?
cameras to watch everything we do.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got a micromanaging boss with a family connection. So not only can you not tell them off, but like it's really hard to, talk about her behind her back too at home. You can't like go home and complain about your terrible boss.
Right.
So now that we have that, it is time for character creation. I have in front of you guys little character sheets. And the first thing that we need to pick here is your age, guys. Are you teens or in your early 20s? Are you that one older employee that like sort of hangs out at the record shop? What do you guys think?
I would love to be just like an apathetic early 20s.
Nice. Okay.
I'm going to go with 35.
35.
I should have been manager of this store a long time ago, but things got in the way.
That's what you keep telling yourself.
Yep.
And how long have each of you been employed?
I'm gonna say 9 months.
I'm going to say 3 months. This was like my last. At this current job.
Yeah.
I kept on interviewing for the manager position, and I didn't get it. And so finally, I entered in at an entry level position at this job.
Okay. So wait, I'm sorry. How long? was
9
it for?
months.
So 9 months and
3 months.
3 months. Okay, so not too established as employees at this store. Next up, guys, I need to know how you dress.
Well, I think if I'm gonna go full Empire Records, it is a faux white. Now, see, what I want is there also used to be these sweaters that existed in the 90s that they were like this big on the rack, and then they stretched, and they were like, it was called popcorn knit.
Yeah.
And they looked like little, like,
I think that's still at Target.
yeah, it looked like, you can't see, but like egg crate foam.
Yeah.
If you stretched that over your whole body. So I have a baby tee, and it's like red to blue ombre. And because all of those shirts were ombre. And then some, what would you wear with it? Oh, I would probably have on like black low cut flares. And a black velvet choker.
I dig it. And Pranks, what about your character?
So one of my family stores is a JCPenney, and so I get a lot of free stores or free clothing from that. I think I exclusively, but they cut me off after some time. So I exclusively wear like 90s era clothing. So I have like tie-dye Peace Frog t-shirts, like Big Dog brand clothing, definitely puka shell necklace. That was something I got like on a promotion.
Okay,
so.
wait. If it's Big Dog clothing, I have to know what is the parody tableau for the Big Dog. Like,
the parody. So this is unfortunate. This is all clearance items. So it's like a bunch of obscure movies no one's ever seen.
Oh,
so
I
no
love
one
it.
actually picked up the Big Dog stuff. So it's like, Warriors of Virtue, for example.
Yes!
Like that's
oh
like
my
a Big
God.
Dog. That's one of the Big Dog parody shirts that I have.
I mean, that's going to be the one that you're wearing today.
Yeah.
And now, perhaps the most important question for this particular game, tunes. What is your character's favorite music genre or band? And Hannah wanted to point out, like, this isn't to quiz you on 90s trivia.
Yes.
This is, you can make up bands, and I and the chat will all pretend that they are real. But,
Okay.
yeah.
I think I named my character. Do we name them, or does that come later?
I'm gonna. If you think the name would help now, I was gonna let you guys create all these details before you named them. But
Okay.
if you want to reveal the name
I
now,
picked like a very 90s name, and I picked Cassandra. I feel like that was a very like cool girl 90s name, and she listens to like exclusively Lilith Fair artists. So
Okay.
yeah, so like Lisa Loeb and like Ani DeFranco, maybe like some Sarah McLachlan, but like all very like emotionally driven female singer-songwriters.
is your character straight? 'Cause they don't sound real straight right now.
But I think in the 90s, that was also like women just listened to those
I
bands.
guess that's
so
true.
I don't know yet. I don't know like as what my character is, but definitely like Lilith Fair.
Okay,
Band.
Lilith Fair
It's
definitely.
and it's like truly the most 90s.
This is very good.
Yes.
I'm very happy about this already. Pranks, what about your character? What are their tunes?
So my character lives in fear of being discovered as a person who doesn't know that much about music, but he's really into Dave. And
Oh my God!
he's really into Dave, and he will not apologize. He just really.
Do you have the fire dancer tattoo?
Obviously.
The little what are they? The Cocapellis?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Cocapelli man?
yes, I do. And so I think he's just going to try to work Dave into conversation. Something that I will not be able to do, not being a huge Dave Matthews fan. But I'm going to make up Dave Matthews-esque songs, and I think that'll
Yeah.
probably work.
I
With
have
the-
a friend that truly like follows Dave, has like been to 10 plus Dave Matthews.
Well,
Band
the reason I thought about this is because there's a Dave Matthews concert in Chicago today,
Oh,
and it
there
like
is?
nearly screwed me over getting here. So I was forced to think way more about Dave Matthews than I wanted to.
That is extremely funny. No offense to anybody in the audience who listens to Dave Matthews. but
You're all a bunch of ants marching.
yeah. I'll bet if you look in that closet, there's some Big Dog tees in there. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, with that, what is your character's name, Pranks?
I'm gonna go with Neil.
Neil. That is a
Ooh.
total Dave Matthews Band
Yeah.
fan name.
Fun fact: that was my original name. I think I told you this probably. Mm-hmm. When I was a child, my original name was Neil, but I hated it, so my parents changed it.
Oh, nice. Nice.
All right. Before we finish with our characters, I do want to point out we are over $470 in
All right,
donations
let's
to
cut the
Trevor
feed.
Project
We've
already.
done this.
Yeah, that shattered our goal. Absolutely shattered the
I think
Roll
it's
for
above
Change goal.
that. If someone in the chat
It was
can pop
like
in again,
470
it
something
maybe
the last
even
time.
was more. I think I saw another number. Both are amazing.
Yeah.
All numbers are amazing.
Like seriously, I know that there are a lot of trans listeners in my audience. I really, really appreciate the gaming community sort of like opening your arms and like helping out, especially the more vulnerable folks who are going through tough times now and really need organizations like the Trevor Project. 575.
See, I knew it was more. Great job, everybody.
Dang, guys! Really, I'm
yeah.
I'm so proud of everybody listening and watching right now. Let us find out the last aspect of your characters that are critically important, and that's your goals. To sort of like explain what a goal in terms of this game would mean. In Empire Records, that one employee wanted to sleep with Sexy Rexy.
Right.
That was her goal for the movie.
Yes.
So the goal that you can have can be lofty, but should be something that you could accomplish in the course of a day.
In the course of a day, I think my Cassandra wants to write an expose on something. On something.
On something.
Yeah, that genre speaks to her.
So are you like, did you major in journalism?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
It would have been great if you just said no.
No.
No. I do love the idea of this 22-year-old like jamming out on Annie DeFranco and being like, I want to expose something.
Right, like there's just truths out there that people aren't talking about, and people need to talk about them.
Well, it's kind of like an Almost Famous situation,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You're basically you want to write an expose on The Big Shot. Or something.
Yeah. So that's my goal. Write an expose on what? Unclear.
Yeah, that's just details,
Yes.
immaterial. Cool. And Pranks, what do you think your goal
So it has
is?
to happen in 24 hours, and we know that a big shot is coming in less than 24 hours?
Yeah, and it can be lofty. Like somebody was like, finally join a band or something like that. Like the goal can be nebulous. It just has to be something like, oh yeah, you could probably do that in the thing that we watch right now.
I would like to get the big shot to admit that I am a better manager than my sister would be.
Wow. Okay. Strong game that you're throwing down here.
We'll see.
Cool. Now that we have that, it's time to establish your relationships with each other. Since we've only got 2 people here right now, this is going to be a fairly simple. Who are you to each other? You guys have been working together now for 3 months at least. You, Allie, like have this. You know his sister, and you've been
Yes.
working with his sister.
For a while.
So like that might color your like interpretation of what Neil is.
Yeah. And if Neil's sister is like micromanaging and like a little pessimistic, then maybe she has like negatively colored my opinion of him, and especially if he's like another family hire, I could be like, "Ooh, this is nepotism."
Oh, I mean,
Oh, it's definitely nepotism.
it's a
Yes.
record store. It's absolutely
Right.
nepotism.
But I'm like, he didn't earn it,
Yeah.
so he's not like truly one of them, like one of us. So.
All right. And I just got news that we are raising the Roll for Change goal to $1,500. I think, we hit such an amazing number already. And maybe we underestimated ourselves a little bit as an organization. So I would love to see us by the end of this stream, maybe even the middle of this stream. Let's go even farther to get $1,500 for the Trevor Project. Yeah, we're still at 575 now. Why aren't we at 600 yet? Let's ask ourselves. So now that we have that, what about you?
So I envision, and your name is Cassandra, right?
Cassandra,
I
yeah.
envision Cassandra as kind of being my savior, and then I'm very disappointed that she's not, because like I've tried a lot of jobs in my time, and this was like this was my last resort, and so I like thought that you would be able to help me pretend to be like to know what I'm doing. And like, you've been here for 9 months, so you've got like 6 months of seniority. And my impression was that you would really want to, like, I know my sister's a pill, so I
Yeah.
really thought you would be the person who would help me team up and take down my sister on the inside.
Right.
But you clearly have no interest in doing that. So like, I think our relationship is one where I'm just constantly trying to get you to like help me out with my evil little plans or whatever, and you're just kind of like, no, like,
no,
what are
thank
you
you.
even? You don't even go here.
Got it. Yes. Cool.
All right. So now I have a very important question to clarify these relationships, and the answer can be different for each person. But are you guys cool with each other?
Yeah.
You're cool with her?
I'm not cool.
Not cool with him. That's what I thought. Okay, so now that we have that, it is time to create the non-player characters. And in this game, you can have other minor NPCs like customers and whatnot, but the two critical ones that we are actually going to create characters for are the boss and the big shot. Now, we already know something about the boss, and that the boss is Neil's sister. What do we think her name is?
Oh, I'm trying to think of like another 90s girl name.
Like Nora?
Nora. Yes, Nora feels very 90s.
Nora.
I'm going to look up like 17 Magazine's like music section from the 90s.
Oh,
and
that
see if
clearly.
that exists.
Yeah.
I feel like Nora feels good. Can we get a defining physical characteristic for Nora?
Oh, she has platinum blonde hair.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so is it like, oh, she might be really into pop music then, is what I'm guessing.
Ooh, God, I hate her.
I mean, Dave Matthews.
Dave is not
feels
pop.
Like, it's a stone's throw away.
Yeah. But I think at the time it was like hippie music.
It was.
It was hippie music. Like
Is it getting plays on the radio though? I can't remember.
Yes, it
It
is.
did,
It
it
definitely
did,
was.
yeah.
It was played like on the way to every single one of my band like field trips.
it was on, it was like remember when like adult contemporary was like a true genre that people defined and listened to? I think Dave Matthews was like quite adult contemporary.
I mean, honestly, the fact that Neil sees Dave Matthews as above whatever Nora is listening to is, mwah.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Based on everything that I know about record stores.
Guys, these are just some headlines from a 17 magazine from 1998. This sort of boyfriend. Do you have one? Cool clothes for bigger sizes. Quiz. Do you talk too much? Horoscope Bonanza. Your total 98 forecast. What's it like to be the fat girl? And the cover model was Natalie Portman on Friends, Fame, and playing Anne Frank. I don't even know what movie that is.
Yeah, man. When did Natalie
I
Portman
don't know.
play in
Somebody in the
Frank?
chat
sometime around 1998.
and find out when Natalie Portman played Anne Frank.
Okay. I am going to say that Nora is really into 98 Degrees. Why? Because
Well, hold on. As a 90s pop band aficionado, what year is this taking place in?
we cannot make that definition, Allie, because then I'm going to make so many mistakes.
But I'm just saying, like, 98 Degrees were, like, late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah,
And if we're
So she
going, like,
discovered them.
Okay, she's into 98 Degrees, like, as they're breaking.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like 97, 98,
Yeah.
I think.
Because I would say, as a, like, again, being a true 90s boy band super fan, this would have been, like, prime Backstreet Boys.
Well,
this
that's-
would have been, like, Backstreet Boys, like, at their...
That's why I want to give Nora 98 Degrees rather than Backstreet Boys, because 98 Degrees is objectively worse than the Backstreet Boys.
Yes.
I don't care. Fight me, America. That's not a
Well,
that's not
98
confrontational at all. It's like NSYNC versus Backstreet Boys. That might be a fight.
Yeah, 98 Degrees, they were trying to be the white Boys to Men.
Mm-hmm.
Like, 98 Degrees is on, they were on Motown. Like, they, like, if she's into 98 Degrees, she's maybe a more, like, interesting sexual woman than we,
Ugh, gross.
than we predicted.
There we go.
Than not being, like, truly poppy.
Okay. Well, I mean, she's got that platinum blonde hair. She's like clearly making some kind of a
Yes.
statement with that.
And that statement is that 98 Degrees is the best band.
Okay, so I have their music. Do we have anything else about her history, motives, or desires?
I think she's like 25, so she feels like she's got her whole life figured out. She's 25. She's the manager of a record
She's
store.
25 and
Yeah.
into 98 degrees.
Yep.
Okay, Nora. Okay, Nora. 25 has her life figured out. Cool. I think I know who Nora is.
Yep.
Now we have to ask ourselves, what about the Big Shot? Yeah, see, NSYNC I think is the only band that has a dog in the fight.
A big dog in this fight.
A big dog
against the
in this fight.
Backstreet Boys, because
Yes.
it's like Backstreet is it.
It's back,
and then
all right?
there's NSYNC.
Yeah.
and
Well,
like,
you know, it's like that. We could do a whole stream just on that, and like, if you want to be in on that, like, hit me up on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
The epic debate: which boy band is better?
The only boy band I'm very opinionated on is O-Town because I thought they were very funny on Clone High. Like when Ashley Angel from O-Town was on Clone High, that was like a very formative moment for me.
But like, O-Town is like the most craven.
weren't they from the Making the Band
They
TV
were.
show?
They
were.
were making the band TV show, and they were like, his name was Ron Perlman, and he was like the architect behind a lot
Ron
of
Perlman?
Not Ron. Lou Pearlman.
Lou Pearlman, okay.
Lou Pearlman. And
I
he
wish
was-
Ron Perlman.
I would watch the hell out of that show.
Lou Pearlman was like the architect behind all these '90s boy bands, and O-Town was like he had lost. Yes, they said "Liquid Dreams." "Liquid Dreams" was there about Wet Dreams. That song is about wet dreams. But he had lost Backstreet Boys because he would just screw all these groups over.
So he was
And
trying to
then-
make just like a serial filed off, like generic Backstreet
Well,
Boy.
he had lost the Backstreet Boys, and Sync had just left, so he had nothing, and he was like, "I'm gonna make one more." And like, if I truly put them together, like through a TV show, they will never leave me.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
And I'll
then
be
they would-
able to abuse them
and-
how I
yeah,
wish.
He just took everyone's money. Like he just took everyone's money. That's why the No Strings Attached album is called No Strings Attached, because they broke.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
They broke their contract with Lou Pearlman and were able to make get on a different label and like actually earn.
Y'all,
like-
I am learning so
I'm
much.
telling you, this could be another another podcast, the Boy Band Hour. With
I'm
Alex
glad that
Boswell.
we hooked Nora into boy bands so
The
that we get to
zeitgeist.
explore
This is a very fertile
this
area.
mythology. But we got to talk about the Big Shot.
Yeah.
The Big Shot.
So the Big Shot is the sexy Rexy role. This is the role of the person who is like some sort of celebrity. They can be hot right now. They can be a has-been that will still bring in fans. It's going to bring people to the store. You're going to sell CDs with them.
Yes.
Or paraphernalia. I won't like nail it to
Yeah.
CDs. What are you guys thinking for the Big Shot?
I'm thinking maybe someone like Seal inspired.
Can we just
Like
have
the
Seal?
Could please be Seal. Could please
I
be
don't,
Seal.
like I didn't know if it had to be like the exact person, but like,
I think it gets to be
it's-
Seal.
It's Seal.
Hey,
I'm so happy right now. I like unironically love Seal.
I mean, I unironically
Think of
love
like who would
Kiss
be
from a Rose.
like we
one of
got-
Seal's songs.
We got a huge get for this record store.
Oh
in-
my god. And Seal's such a cool guy that
in
he
the
would
late
probably just be
90s.
like, you know,
Yeah.
whatever.
How much heat does Seal have in the late night? I mean, like, I
Dude, he
can't-
was in
He was
Space
on
Jam.
the-
He was a
on the
flagship
Space Jam-
track of
he was on
Space
the
Jam,
Space
Batman
Jam
Forever.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he was. Seal was like, again, to do like adult contemporary. Like all of our moms were wet for Seal. Like that. Seal was not like it. Like it was moms. Like.
And guys, please keep those donations coming. Hashtag roll for change. Hashtag wet for Seal.
hashtag our moms are wet for Seal.
Hashtag your mom is wet for Seal. So okay, we have the big boss.
I just need
or
to look
we
at
have
Seal's
the
discography
Yeah.
just because.
yeah we have Seal. Literally because we chose Seal, I need no other details.
Yes, he is a physically distinctive person.
Yeah.
God, I love him.
Just in general.
And he names like all of his albums just Seal.
Seal 2. Okay, so yeah, we don't have to ask any of those questions about the boss
Because
or
we
the
just
Big
know
Shot.
Seal.
We just know
We
Seal.
know who Seal is.
Seal's like a familiar friend to us. Okay. So we have 3 acts in this game. That is the opening, the big event, and closing. In each of those events, you guys are going to receive a task for the store. And you have the option of pursuing that task or pursuing your goal. If you guys manage to pursue the task and succeed, the store by the end of the game might not close, close down permanently. If you should pursue your goal, hey, you might get your goal.
But the store is definitely closing.
Yeah, the store. No, if you manage to like succeed at your task, you can keep the store open. But like the store, like you roll for it, and if you're not working to fix it, it's probably just gonna get much worse.
Got it.
So with that, we are going to start off the game with an opening montage. This sort of establishes like the atmosphere of Revolution Records. So it lets us see what we're in for. And I think Revolution Records is a single story building. I'm going to say this one is like, it's like in one of the few strip mall-y type areas that actually exists in Chicago.
Okay.
And it has a purple, like painted purple facade with the classic like teal 90s shapes around it.
Yes.
And it's got Revolution Records in the most 90s ass font imaginable.
Like you'd think this was a pool store if
Yeah.
you didn't know any better.
Yeah.
And the sign itself has been faded by... Yeah, okay. All right, Mr. Cynic. I know your game, and I'm not playing it.
There'll be no cynicism in this record store.
No, sir. So it is, the sign has been sun faded. This place has been around, even though you guys haven't like run it that long, this place has been around for decades. And it is most certainly past its heyday. This sign was probably put in 1991. And because it's signage attached to a record store, it fades 10 times faster than normal signs.
Yes.
That is a property of record stores.
Yeah, the facade of the building, like there's like some really cheap looking brick and big wide windows with like the trashiest. Oh yeah, of course there's a Cinnabon next door. The trashiest like 90s paraphernalia. There's a big there's a big David Bowie.
Yes.
Cardboard.
A big cardboard cutout from Labyrinth, David
Yes.
Bowie.
Yes.
Right, where he's holding the like
Where he's holding the contact juggling sphere. And that is, of course, sun faded as well. There are a lot of advertisements posted in the window for like sales on different CDs and albums and stuff. And there are South Park stuffed figures in the window.
Yes.
there's like Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, we're going to cut inside. And I have to ask you guys, what song is playing during the opening credits for this movie?
Ooh, I think it's like a Sheryl Crow-esque jam, like some sort of Sheryl Crow type song.
I'm trying to think of like a jammin' Sheryl Crow that you would like start a
The
movie
one
with.
where she's talking about at the car wash. All I wanna do
Is have some
Is
fun.
have some fun.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
Something Santa Monica Boulevard.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
Until the sun comes up over Santa Monica Boulevard.
And it's just juxtaposed with this like absolutely terrible existence that we lead. Like we're driving and like, they're
Yeah.
playing that like awesome boppy stuff and we're like driving this awful station wagon.
Yeah.
Because we have to carpool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I love that this is obviously shot in LA, but it's supposed to be Chicago.
Right,
like
yeah.
the movie like
Yes.
told you Chicago, 1997 or present day. No, it said present
Present
day.
day.
Yeah.
God. What does the car look like that y'all are you carpooling, rolling up in together?
Yeah, we have a station wagon, and I think it's like, is it yours or mine? Because in my mind, it's like my wood paneled
I'm
safe
down with
wagon.
that. Like, we can take yours on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have to share with my sister because it's a family car, and that's a
Yes.
very unpleasant drive. But this is a Monday, so.
Yeah. And I definitely know that Neil is not capable of owning a vehicle alone. So
No, my insurance is not. It's too expensive.
Yes, I will say in my mind, there's a Clerks poster behind the register.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, there's a Clerks poster behind the register.
There's like a Clerks poster, a Dude Where's My Car poster.
Dude, Where's My Car?
Oh,
was
is that 2000s? Oh.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with these 90s references.
There's a look forward to Dude Where's My Car poster.
in 4 years.
In 4 years.
it's gonna be very hot.
People are really gonna be into it.
So y'all roll in. Like we see a shot of. I think it is going to be Neil. You're opening today. You were tasked with opening. So it's your keys that go into the lock. What do your keys look like?
Oh gosh, I mean my keys are definitely, they have like they have a peace sign and like a yin yang symbol, and then like just like a long dongle that's tie-dye that says DMB on it.
Yep.
Excellent. So y'all go in, set up. What does setting up the record store look like? Do you have to put anything out? Or is it just like pretty much you lock the door and unlock the door? We were at $1,600.
What?
We were at 1,600 U.S. American dollars.
God, this record store is already saved. Look at how much money we can make.
saved-
We
we
saved the
saved
record store.
We saved the youth center. James, are we allowed to go home? You guys did it.
No, because this still needs to be a podcast.
Okay.
But yeah, like you're like I'm sure setting
You
up
have
the
to-
register.
To get the chain, as having worked a lot of retail, you have to get the change, the money bags and stuff from the safe. You have to like get all the registers ready. There's probably 2 registers, like one on each side. You have to turn on like if there's any. We have to turn on the music in the store.
Right.
And we probably, and this is also coming from my boyfriend's record store experience. You switch off. So like in an 8-hour shift, you get to play like 4 hours because it's the 2 of us working.
So it's like 4 hours of Sheryl Crow, 4 hours of Dave.
Yes, we get to switch back and forth, like maybe every hour, every 2 hours, like what we are playing in the store.
I think that's a framing device for this movie. Each act of this game is supposed to have like each person like gets to do their own thing.
Yes.
But this movie has 3 acts, so I think each employee that we've established is going to get their music on
Yes.
one act
Absolutely.
of the thing.
Yeah.
So
Oh, and I have a real terrible one for mine. so.
I want us to roll on the 1 to 2. It's Allie's music first. 4 and 5, or I'm sorry, 3 and 4 are going to be Pranks, and 5 and 6 are going to be Nora. 6.
Damn it, Nora.
So
98 degrees.
yeah,
Yeah, I have some other, like, she would also probably listen to, like, Aqua,
Yes. Oh my God, that's so right. That's so true.
the Barbie
The
girl.
Barbie girl people, the like cartoon.
Yes,
yeah.
please. So what we have Nora rolling up in a BMW sedan,
Ugh.
a
Yes.
green BMW sedan. This is like the family like company car. She rolls in. She drives a stick shift. Does she listen to the
Now that
Spice
she's
Girls?
25. As someone, I was like the prime age for the Spice Girls, and the target audience was like 6 to 15.
So
Like women were not listening to the Spice Girls.
like into 98 Degrees, not the Spice Girls, and like not like tasteful enough to listen to like Destiny's Child or anything like that either. So Nora's in a real interesting place in her life. We're gonna figure her out.
Jessica Simpson didn't marry Nick Lachey until much later, so she is not the Yoko Ono. I would say that. Guys, I have to start a boy band podcast.
You really do.
You really,
This
really
is
do.
what I am going to do.
I was gonna ask about Nick Lachey, and I was like, shit, I don't know which of those boy
He
bands
was
he
98
said.
degrees. It was him and his brother Drew, and 2 more.
Why is Allie? Why is it called 98 degrees? Do you know?
That's it's the temperature of the body.
Literally,
it's
that's
like
all-
it's like body heat.
And it's definitely your temperature of your body when you're listening to 98 Degrees because it does not
Right.
change at all.
Yeah.
It does not change at all.
right.
So I think what happens, we have the shot of Nora like getting out of the car. She has a Marilyn Monroe t-shirt, sleeves cut off, and like a very billowy. Like I guess I don't know if it's a t-shirt, it's a top.
Yeah.
But it's
Not so much a t-shirt as it is a top.
it's a top. It's a top. It's one of those big line art Marilyn Monroe's. She's got jeans on. I can't remember. Like this is pre skinny jeans era, if I'm right.
All jeans were low rise. All jeans were low rise.
Low rise. They're distressed.
Yes. And
Yeah.
they either had flares or like carpenter jeans.
Oh, mine are definitely the kind that you can rip off and make them become shorts.
Yeah. She's wearing some pumps, even though like she's on her feet all day, but like she manages to figure out a way to like sit down at the right time. She's got painted nails, bright pink on her toes, bright pink on her fingers, well maintained. And she has some like aviator sunglasses on her platinum blonde hair. She looks pretty good for the 90s.
Yeah, she's doing just right.
She walks in. She says, "Hi, everyone," and moves over to the player. Sheryl Crow stops, and we have like at the bottom, Nora, track 1, and we start off with, "I cherish you," and like I want just a shot of everyone's face, especially Neil's face.
Yeah.
Like as this music starts.
So Neil is currently like going back into the loose change, like in the safe. And so he's doing what he does every single day, which is steal a little bit of the money so that he can go to Cinnabon and then like buy like the cheapest drink they possibly have and then come back. And that's how he like tends to while away the hours, is like,
Okay,
like
so
45 minutes going to hit Cinnabon.
My question then, if he steals money every day to buy a Cinnabon, how does he balance at the end of the day? Does he like force balance, or does he short people money?
Oh, he definitely shorts people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just got to short enough people to make up from a Cinnabon. It's a little treat for me. Cool. So yeah, we see that happen with your ass right away. Your thieving ass. Like she puts on the music, and you like finish up with a register, and you like sort of angrily like close it. And one of those shots of you like tossing up the money.
Right.
in
And
your
then
hands.
through one of the few windows in this place, I can see like through the filthy, greasy glass, the Cinnabon, and I look at it, and then like, my basest instincts come out.
Nice. Is this Starbucks era? Like this is when Starbucks like was starting
Starting out.
Right?
First starting out.
So
was-
like a Caribou would be a coffee shop, because I
I
remember
think
we had
at this point it maybe would be like, yeah, Caribou's around and like still like independent coffee places.
Okay.
Like, to be like independent coffee places.
But this is a strip mall, so I think the nearest coffee place other than the Cinnabon is the coffee shop that's inside the Borders.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
that's
so she's
accurate.
got a Borders book coffee cup
Yeah.
on it. That's also some product placement for the movie. Borders book spot into like, yeah, we want the indie record crowd to have a
Yep.
strong brand association with Borders.
Glad it worked out for him.
So, like with that, the montage. Actually, no, we got to have. As we're moving through this 98 Degrees soundtrack, I want a montage of the customers that typically come through the store. Like, what do they look like? Is it an eclectic group of people?
Yeah,
Single genre focus?
I think there's one dude who always comes in and he's always dressed like a character from Dr. Seuss, and he's waiting for someone to talk to him about it, because he's like one of those people who like he has like one of those goofy Cat in the Hat hats that you could get at the state
Yeah.
fair, and then he decided to run with that bit for the rest of his life. So like he rotates between like one day he's casual cosplay like the Cat in the Hat, and another day he's like Horton, and then like but no one knows, no one can tell.
I think there's goths is very accurate. There's a bunch of goths. There are a few like old dudes where you're like, is this their only interaction with people ever? Because they just like bring in weird stuff to sell, and then now we have all these like weird old records of like weird opera, weird jazz from these like crazy old dudes. And then I think the young girl contingent is in the like, in my mind, the like Courtney Love ripped baby doll dress and like knee-high socks and Doc Martens and like a ripped baby doll dress.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So now that we have that, we got some Jinko customers. We got them.
Yeah, and in the 90s, people just like wore those Dr. Seuss hats.
Yeah.
Like, that would just be like.
That was like a normal. People wore those to school. I remember in
if
middle
you're
school,
like,
people
"I'm
would wear
going out,
those.
I'm popping on my Dr. Seuss hat.
What a time to be alive. So with that, we got some of the customers coming in, and while people are basically browsing, because this is kind of a really laid back establishment, we have Nora with a clipboard standing in front of you guys. All right, guys, really important day today. I need
For you, maybe.
it's an important day for the store, Neil. This is huge. Seal is going to be here.
What?
The Seal.
Seal?
Like from Seal 2?
Oh my God, why are you guys surprised?
Seal from Space Jam? Seal?
Yes,
Like Seal from Batman Forever? Seal?
Yes, kissed from a rose on Are You Paying Attention to the Things?
My God.
Did you get my email?
What? Email?
Yeah, on the AOL account that we shared. Did you get my email?
Why would I check the AOL account that we both share? You're going to check it.
I got it in my Hotmail.
Why would you use an AOL account to send an email to that same AOL account? That makes no sense, Nora.
Guys,
this is what I'm talking about.
Guys, I cannot have us fighting today.
Not in front of Seal.
No, not in front of Seal, and not at all. She sort of lowers her voice. Sales have not been good, okay? And I kind of think
whose fault is that?
I kind of think it's all of our faults, Neil. I kind of think it's all of our faults because it's
my fault.
unprofessional to have people fighting with each other at volume, not about music, in a record store.
Yeah.
We can fight about music if you want. I mean, we fight about music all the time.
We fight music all the time.
It's okay to fight about music. Okay, I understand with this group, I cannot take fighting off the table, and I will
No,
not.
fighting is on the table.
Fighting's on the table, but Seal is going to be here. There's going to be a lot of potential to bring in new customers. We want them coming through those doors and feeling like this is a community. When this 12-year-old girl walks into this door, she hears 98 degrees in the store. What do you think she feels?
sad.
No, she hears 98 degrees, so she feels like, oh, this is a store that gets me and my interests. I'm going to continue to bring my patronage to this store.
In the hopes that they might play Dave eventually.
Sure.
Can I put up my Lilith 99 poster?
You can put up the Lilith 99, but, okay. Neil, I need you to, in the back, we received from Seal's publicist all of the, promotional items for Seal. So
There's probably a Space Jam poster.
yes, there are Space Jam posters. There is, a couple signed albums from Neil. He's really from Seal. He's really trying to make this new album that he's putting out, Seal 3.
Seal 3.
Seal
I heard it was going to
3.
be called Seal 2.5, but he thought it wasn't different enough.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually called Seal
Wait,
3.0 because there's an
I know
AOL
he's
song on
this-
it.
I know he's on the Space Jam soundtrack. Does he have any collaborations with R. Kelly on his new album? Because I just think that R. Kelly's an upstanding member of our community and society, and I can't imagine.
Yeah, nothing bad's ever going to happen with R.
Nothing bad
Kelly.
is ever going to happen to R. Kelly, his reputation, or his musical output.
Guys, we are past the days when our parents, musicians, would embarrass themselves with big public scandals. All of these people, Seal, R. Kelly,
Spotless.
These are people that 12-year-old girl is going to be able to look up to for the rest of her
For the
life.
rest of her life.
In 2 years, when she's 14, she's still going to be able to look up to R. Kelly, and that's the sort of society that we're cultivating now by bringing in Seal.
I can't fight. I can't
So
fight you on that.
what do I have to do? Because I was gonna go meet with some sources.
What do you mean by sources?
I was just gonna talk to some people about stuff that's going on, in not on the surface, but on the underground.
No talking about things that are going on in other places. What I need from you is to make sure that we have moved all of the old product off of the shelves. There are a lot of things that have got jumbled up, and Seal has very specific requests about bands that he will not have on shelves when he is in the store.
That makes sense.
So like we can't even just like respect the classics and like respect albums that like paved the way.
No. Seal has said no Carly Simon is to be on the shelves
What?
around him. I know.
What
He
like,
probably felt like he was really derivative of her, and he's worried that they might get them confused.
Okay, yeah, he's derivative in like an alternative universe. Okay.
Okay, guys, I'm not interested in fighting about this. I'm interested in making Seal as happy as possible.
Okay, I'll get the Bugs Bunny bobbleheads, and then I dash off to the back of the.
You have your assignments. I am going to finish manning the register. So you guys, great break for today. I'm really pumped. Seal.
I'm already in the back.
Okay. So now that y'all have your assignments, it is time for you to decide individually, and each of you is going to get focus in this. Are you going to double down and like really focus super hard on what you're doing? Are you going to, and that will like aid the store. You could take a moment, which is having a personal scene with another character to strengthen your relationship or change your relationship. And that can be with an NPC as well, like the boss. Or are you going to shoot for your goal? That is ignoring the assignments that you received in order to pursue your personal goal. Now, if you fail at your goal roll, each failure will give you a new die the next time you attempt it.
Okay.
So it's good for you to like pursue your goal as time goes on, and it's also good for you to try and help the store as time goes on.
I would like to pursue my goal and go meet with my sources.
Okay. So I think, let's see, what do I want? So because we are on Nora's soundtrack here,
Yes.
there is a 98 Degrees song that starts playing to like play us into your scene. And I think because you're meeting with your sources, I'm going to say it's If She Only Knew starts playing up. And that is like still Nora's soundtrack, 98 Degrees, If She Only Knew.
Yeah.
Appears in the bottom third of the screen. And where do you go to meet a source?
It's a
Okay.
parking lot, right? It's got to be the parking lot.
Well, because one of the employees at the Borders told me that he knew about drugs in the community because it is the 90s, because it's Chicago. I'm gonna assume that it's there's like a heroin epidemic happening. So I heard something about there were drugs coming into the community and an employee at Borders. So I'm gonna go by the dumpsters at Borders.
Okay. So you go by the dumpsters at Borders, and we see. Well, how are you dressed to meet a source?
Oh, I still have my same outfit on from the beginning of the
Okay.
day.
Cool.
Yep.
Same outfit from the beginning of the day. You roll up on a dude in like a ratty looking hoodie.
He's got a beanie, right?
Yeah, of course he's got a knit beanie. What season do we think it is? Is this summer?
Well, it's L.A., remember?
Oh
So-
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's
perpetual
summer in
summer.
Chicago. Yeah.
Perpetual summer.
That's right. It's Chicago filmed in LA, so this is definitely the summer. Yeah, he's in a ratty hoodie, and he's wearing Birkenstocks. So he's like smoking in the back of the Borders. He's got a Borders Books like employee shirt on
Yep.
over the hoodie.
Yes.
What? So yeah, he's in this alley, this very clean alley, because this is like kind of a corporate area of
Yep.
town.
So I was just hoping you could like give me information.
Yeah, I got information. I got all sorts of information. What kind of information in specificity were you looking for?
Well, I thought like it would be like informative to like people in the area if we knew just like the dangers.
Oh, so you want hard information?
Like I just want to be able to learn about the dangers and then tell people about the dangers.
Right. Okay. So you're looking for more party information type to get you rolling.
What?
This is about drugs, right?
Yes, it's about drugs. It's all about drugs.
Okay.
You
It's
say
about-
very loudly.
It's
Please.
about what's happening in the community.
Shh, whoa,
and I
please,
think it's
please,
time
hey,
people
man,
knew
chill,
what was happening
chill,
in the
hey,
community.
and he like actually like covers your mouth with his gross hand, gross hippie hand. Look, I can tell you what. Look, I can give you what you need. You just need to please keep your voice down.
Okay, is it coming like is it coming in through Colombia? Is it like cartels? Like what? Or is it?
I mean,
just
it's
like,
coming in through Dave,
Who's Dave?
my friend Dave.
Is he Colombian or like from
No!
Nicaragua?
I don't think so.
Is
He
he-
tans really easily.
Is he like Noriega? Is he the instead of the Teflon Don,
Noriega, I
has it
think that
really-
dude's in Mortal Kombat. No.
Wait, is it like Teflon Dave? Like the Teflon Don, but it's Dave? Because nothing sticks to him because he's Teflon. It's the Teflon Dave.
No, Dave is way sticky.
Okay, like it's cool. Listen, I just need to know because I want to just like tell the truth about
Okay,
what's
look.
happening.
You seem like you are in a rough place right now, just like emotionally, for having this conversation. So I think I can help you out. And he like pulls out of his pocket. It is a little plastic baggie with a pill in it with a little smiley face that has stars for eyes.
So do you want me to like write about this or like quote you or?
Hey, look, you said that you wanted to find out like good information. This is some of the best information that I have.
Okay, but like also I'm just like trying to just like write a story.
I mean, a lot of artists would do stuff like this to like get inspiration, like Ginsberg.
Oh, okay. So you're saying like maybe it could be like a piece where like I do the drugs and then I like follow the trail of the drugs as they go through me like and through the world and I could like get it in like I don't know like Jane magazine or like Sassy or something.
Hey, I'm not a journalist. I'm a humble Borders Books employee who sells drugs on the side. So I can't tell you where your artistic vision is going to take you. I can merely give you the key to the car of art.
Yeah.
Yeah. He like puts the baggie in your hand, he folds your fingers over, and he nods at you.
I nod back.
Cool. So that was a going for your goal scene, and I am just bringing up what we're rolling. That's doubling down, and y'all slackers are not doing that right now. Shooting for your goal.
Yes.
Okay. Ready to... okay. So, you're going to take dice. I
How
believe
many?
I believe you're taking one die right now.
Okay.
Yeah, you roll one die. If you... Let's see.
If you double down, roll an additional
Yeah.
die. And she doubled down, right?
So, no,
Oh, no,
she
she
did
shot
not
for her
double down.
goal.
She
Yes.
shot for her goal. If you shot for your goal, roll an additional die for each goal progress mark. You don't have any goal progress yet. So you're just rolling one die right now. I am rolling one die. I am the man.
Ooh.
Oof.
And
Okay.
I roll one
Sounds pretty
die
conceited.
for each trouble at 3. Right now, we only have one trouble at 3, and that is the boss.
Okay. Oh no, I got
no.
a 1.
Okay. If let's see, if your die is lower, you can ask a friend for help as long as your relationship with them is cool.
Oh no, we're not cool.
You're not cool though.
You burned that
Not
bridge.
cool.
So if you still don't have a winning die, you fail the task, and you flip over a new
no.
trouble.
Which I assume is related to what just happened, right? Because you took the drug.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be, but let's let her draw.
Diamonds.
Diamond, money trouble.
Oh no.
Oh no!
So now we have money at 3 and the boss at 3. So the
Wait, it's
question,
not at 1?
no, both of these are at 3.
Oh, no.
Then we have community at 1 and the other category at 1.
Okay.
So yeah, those are just in the background, not really that big a deal. But
Morale.
now, money and morale are pressing concerns. And how are they pressing concerns? We have 90s ass spreadsheet open
Ooh, yes.
on the computer behind the desk, and we have Nora looking through the drawer. Shit, this isn't adding up.
Neil.
She looks through. Oh my God, we're short. Oh my God, we're over $1,000 short.
Gotta have my Cinnabons.
In the 90s, that's like $20,000.
Mom and Dad are going to kill me. God. She is freaking out. And we cut over to Neil. Neil, are you going to double down? Are you going to shoot for your goal? Or are you going to take a moment?
I think that I was actually pretty moved by Nora's speech about how we have to make this record store a good place where like small children can come and listen to Seal.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to double down. And I've had my Cinnabon, so I'm pretty evened out.
Okay, so we're still on Nora soundtrack. I Cherish You by 98 Degrees is playing right now. And so Neil, not only did you like want to be the manager of this store, but like you love record store life generally.
I do.
So as 98 Degrees classic hit I Cherish You plays, what is like the rapturous like Neil working in a record store montagey?
So really inspired by like the idea of like trying to make this a safe, welcoming space for children and realizing that we need to promote a lot of cross-brand synergy because Seal's going to be here. I'm going to start putting out all of the Beanie Babies and all of the like Bugs Bunny and like Looney Tunes stuff out there. I'm gonna like there's gonna be a montage of me like taking one of those like huge 90s like Spalding basketballs and then like throwing it directly up and then high-fiving a child as like, you know, it crashes through a store display and like destroys a bunch of stuff. You know what? I think Seals I Believe I Can Fly is playing. So I switched to
Kelly.
like is that R. Kelly?
He's Fly Like an Eagle from the
He's Fly Like an
Space
Eagle.
Jam.
That's right. Oh my God. I'm so
Space Jam
embarrassed.
soundtrack.
No, wait, Space Jam is I Can Fly.
But
No, but there's
not,
multiple-
That's not that's not Seal.
Okay.
Yes, Seal on that song is Fly Like an Eagle.
Fly like an eagle, let the spirit come in me go. That
Yes.
one. Yeah.
Yes.
Let my spirit carry me. Okay, yeah. Fly Like an Eagle is so great. I think the Beanie Babies, in the Beanie Babies, because we're putting out a bunch of Seal merch, there is an officially branded Seal Beanie Baby, and
it's
it is a seal.
It's a seal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe it has like a big rose like embroidered.
Yes,
into
it does. Yes, it does.
God. So you are doubling down on this task. Just give me a montage of you setting up like different Seal stuff.
Sure. So I envision this as like having a bunch of like, you know, the Beanie Babies I think came in different sizes, right? There was like the mini Beanie Babies, and there was like the medium one, and I think there's just this one giant store display one. So I'm like trying ineffectually to make like a pyramid of them, but they're like Beanie Babies. They don't pyramid. So I'm gonna like really work hard on this for like an hour trying to get this pyramid. And then when it doesn't work, I'm just gonna put them in like a box and then move on to the next thing. The next thing is, I mean, we got to have branded Pogs, right? Seal Pogs.
Yeah, of course you do.
That, of course, is what's happening. There's like Seal Pogs. There's like Yo Mega Yo-Yos out.
Oh my God.
There's like a bunch of like Tech Deck finger skateboard things with Seal's face on them. So I'm just like setting out a whole bunch of merch, and like, you know, trying to get the kids to come over and like play with this merch and like maybe buy some and like just build excitement for this hashtag product placement that's about to happen.
And like as you wrap up with that, like this is probably the best job that you have done.
No, I've never been more excited about this.
in months.
Yes.
So-
Possibly in my life.
And like there's this like shot of you like appreciatively nodding, like looking at just all the seal stuff that has been put up throughout the store, and like with a sort of like slumped posture, and her arms are crossed, her hands are like below her arms. Nora walks over to you. Neil, can I talk to you for a second? She pulls you into the back room and looks up at you. Do you have something you want to tell me?
Yeah. I did a really great job setting up that seal stuff.
Okay. I don't know an easy way to say this. The books are missing $1,000.
Oh. Like really? $1,000?
$1,000.
Like over the course of what, like 10 years or?
Not over the course of 10 years, over the course of 3 months. $1,000.
That's weird.
That's really weird, Neil.
That's really weird, Neil.
That sounds like a problem. Do you want me to go set up?
No,
our-
that's a huge problem because you know what's due tomorrow after this seal event?
Oh, you wanted me to answer.
Yeah, that's not a rhetorical question right now, Neil.
Gosh, what would we do tomorrow? Is it like our is it our National Geographic
It's
subscription?
rent,
Oh.
Neil. It's rent is due.
Wait, Mom and Dad charge us rent?
Mom and Dad don't own this building.
Wait, really?
No, we rent out the storefront.
I thought they owned this whole mall. So like when you hypothetically take money out of one business and then put it in another business, it's not really any loss. I thought it was like a tax thing.
That's embezzlement.
Oh, wait, but what if you're not the one doing it? That like you don't own it, but it doesn't matter to you because
You need to not watch. Okay, remember when you watched Greed and you were really into
yeah,
Greed?
great movie.
Not a good look.
Oh,
Neil, I honestly, I don't know what happened. And I
look, this is fine. Let me just. And then I walk over to the safe and I take a little bit of money and say, I'm gonna get you a Cinnabon and I'm gonna come right back.
No, Neil, God damn it. No. Look, we have to pay rent tomorrow. This seal event is happening. We might be able to get enough cash during the event that we'll be able to cover like all of this lost money that's somehow not here
It's not
anymore.
lost money. I mean, like look, Nora, we're putting money back into the community and we're supporting local businesses, so it's not
We are
really
not
lost.
putting money anywhere if it's not in the books. We have at least $1,000 retail worth of product that is not in the store right now. Mm-hmm. And that means $1,000 in our coffers that are not there right now. And that means we cannot make the rent on this storefront.
Well,
And
I'm
if
sure if we just talk to Cinnabon and explain what happened,
Why are you talking about Cinnabon right now?
I feel like in times of stress.
No, that's really specific. Why do you think $1,000 is at Cinnabon?
well, because like, I don't know, it's the neighboring business. It wouldn't be that far. It would be like, I guess if you timed it, it would be like a 30-second walk.
So you think I should 30 seconds walk over to Cinnabon and see if they found $1,000?
Yeah. I mean, but you're the boss, so you tell me if you think that's a good idea.
Neil, I don't think you understand what's happening. We're in real financial trouble right now, and I am responsible for this.
Well, you might have to sell the car, huh?
No, Neil, we might not have a job anymore, huh? Both you and I depend on this place. This isn't like a stupid, dumb game. We have to find $1,000 during the seal event, Neil. I'm going to rely on you. I need you to make sure that nobody pays with a credit card. We can take a credit card, but like, just tell them that the machine is broken. We can only accept cash payments.
Oh, okay.
The credit cards are going to take a couple days to clear.
Oh, so we need the cash right now.
We need the cash right now in order to afford rent and keep working on this job, and we will figure something out to find the lost $1,000, okay?
Okay.
I don't know what happened. I guess like I must have mixed up adding or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that sounds right.
God. Okay. I have to go pick up Seal at the airport.
Oh, before you go, can you give him this like banner that I made for him? And it says like seal of approval in like terrible word art font.
I'll figure it out. She grabs it and she's like trying to hold back tears beneath her aviator shades.
Oh
as-
man, there's that close-up shot of like her aviator shades and like a single tear coming streaming under them.
As she walks out to a Seal song now, as the like interim song between each act, a Seal will play.
I think
it's
I think
Don't Cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Don't Cry. So we come back, and right now you guys are technically in charge of the sword because
no.
we have Nora picking up Seal. The event is going to start like in maybe about half an hour.
As soon as she picks up Seal from the airport. And
So
comes
like
in.
some time has passed.
Yes.
But Neil, right now you are responsible for like explaining what's going on.
Sure.
And like coming up with like what you two are going to do to manage this event.
So I'm in charge of explaining what's going on to.
Oh, actually, we gotta have you.
Cassandra?
We have to have you roll.
Oh,
real
okay.
quick, because you decided to double down.
I have.
So let's see what these rolls.
I should not have
were.
watched Greed. I see that now.
Yeah. Greed is good. No, it's not. Gordon Gekko. Maybe you'll leave an indelible stain on the American psyche.
And
Okay.
the financial system.
So let's see. If you double down, you get to roll an additional die.
Okay.
I get to roll one die for every trouble above 3, and right now that is 2.
5 5s. Pop pop.
Okay, you actually won this one.
Nice.
So what does that mean for me?
So Allie, you actually have to mark down goal progress. So you got to check that box in Act 1.
Okay.
If your die is higher, you accomplish the task. So I have to actually check off that you accomplished a task.
So do I make a check mark in Act 1 here?
No, because that wasn't you going for your goal.
Oh,
that
okay.
was you doubling down, which is and accomplishing the task is like good for the store. Let's see. Yep. Okay. So start of Act 2. We have. I'm sorry, Allie. What was your character's name again? I got to write it down.
Cassandra.
Cassandra. We have Cassandra walking back into the store after
drugs?
I took the drugs.
she took the drugs.
I just like straight up took a hit of E during my shift.
Oh no.
I am loving this. So Cassandra is right now high on E, and we have Neil, who is like the fog that is Neil's general mind.
Yeah.
Is
Neil
like,
at his best.
starting to roll away as he realizes exactly what it would mean to not have a job anymore. And because we are doing a new act, that means this is somebody's music that's going to be
Right.
playing throughout this act. So of the two of you, I'm just going to have each of you roll a die. Whoever is higher, it's going to be your...
Dang it.
It's my music.
All right, Dave Matthews.
Yes, dang it is
Band.
right.
It is now all Dave Matthews for the next 2 hours.
Yeah, baby. Oh, God. Okay. So I have a list of Dave Matthews songs that are pulled up. Pranks, which one do you think?
I mean, okay, so it's an act break and it has to be that's pretty funny. Someone is on E and Dave is playing out weird. Very good. So because this is a situation where Neil like needs to get his life together, I just envision like Act 2 starting with him like staring at the cracked like bathroom mirror, like in the employee bathroom. And then you hear the like the terrible like drumsticks like bow 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 now bow bow now and bow bow now and like you hear like he wakes up in the morning and it's like him like panicking and like it's very contrasted with the music that's playing right now.
I love
And
this.
There's just like sweat beating down his like terrible 35-year-old like face.
I gotta say, I'm pretty sure I would watch this movie.
And so like he's like the first thing he does is just like clear all of the like he cleans the employee bathroom, which is a complete wasted task and wasted energy. And that takes him like 2 minutes. And then like he like as he passes by a bunch of the kids like playing with the toys and stuff like that, it goes like, and he remembers being small, and like he keeps going directly behind the register, and he looks at the open spreadsheet, and then he like opens like. How long would this take? He opens a browser window to America Online.
Yep.
Which would take him like what, 5 minutes probably?
Yeah, like 3.5, 4 minutes.
And he starts typing in like plausible credit card problems and then hits the search button. So now he's like looking for things that he could possibly tell the customers. And then like he realizes like this is 1998, right?
Yep.
Then this is gonna take way too friggin' long. So this is a power move. He goes to the back of the store and just unplugs the internet.
Ooh, okay.
God. Okay. Yeah.
And then as he unplugs the internet, the music stops.
So that means
we're playing off disc. We'd be playing off disc, and are we not playing off like CDs?
Yeah.
Oh
you
no,
would
no,
have
I
to
just
be.
mean the diegetic
Oh, the
music.
diegetic
That's
okay.
like ants marching stops.
Yes.
So, like, you've been like running around doing that. Now I need you to I just want a scene between you two where you fill her in on like what you've discovered.
Okay. So I guess you're just sort of like.
I'm already getting there, and I'm like literally on E.
Okay. Cassandra. Whoa, this is like the most focused you've ever been when I'm talking to you. That's weird. So we have a problem, and I didn't 100% get the specifics, but it sounds like Cinnabon is stealing from us, which is something we'll have to deal with eventually. But for right now,
That's rude.
we have to make. Yes, I agree. It is rude. We have to make rent or something, or mom and dad are going to kick us out of the apartment or the place or something. I wasn't really paying attention.
Oh,
And so, long story short, we have to make sure that nobody uses their credit cards.
I feel like she's like feeling her shirt.
Yeah.
She's like just
I'm just it's
squishing
like,
that
I'm
stretch
stretching
shirt.
it and like letting it contract and like stretching it because those shirts were really fun to just like stretch.
Yeah, and like in defense of people on E, those shirts were fun to play with.
Those
Yeah.
So
shirts
like
were fun to stretch.
that ain't no shade.
So, what I need you to do is to go out there and anytime somebody tries to pay for something, you need to get them to pay with cash. Just cold hard cash, no credit cards. Also, on an unrelated note, the credit card machine isn't working, and it's something we're working on.
Your hair
Did you
looks
get all that?
great today.
Yeah, I know. Did you get all that?
Your hair looks great today.
I said I know. Did you get all that?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm feeling like I'd be really good at this. Like, do you think I'd be a good manager? I feel like I'm managing this right now.
You're barely managing.
That seems a little harsh, but fair. I mean, there's only one of you. There's only one employee, so I don't have to manage that much.
Yep.
Wow. I feel like Cassandra's really listening. I turn to the camera basically. I'm like, I feel like Cassandra's really listening to me right now. I feel like we're on the same wavelength. And then he like goes out into the front of the store, leaving. I guess you're just like sitting in.
Yeah, and I think like the camera, like as you walk out of the way of the shot, the camera sits there for a second and then turns over to Cassandra and like zooms in on her eyes. And Tripping Billies by the Dave Matthews Band starts
no.
playing.
Oh, no.
What a nightmare.
And
Oh, no.
This is truly like a nightmare scenario
It's
for
really
me.
dire.
so
It's rough.
Allie,
Yeah.
I need you to decide whether you are going to double down or whether you are going to continue to try and pursue your goal. Or if you're going to take a moment and like have a personal scene with somebody.
I think I need to like take a fucking moment.
Okay, who are you going to take a moment with?
I'm gonna call my sort of boyfriend Jared.
Do you have a sort of
I have a
boyfriend?
sort of boyfriend.
Okay, what does Jared look like?
Jared looks like let's see, who is this person? Like he looks like 90s Matt Dillon.
Oh my,
like,
okay, so I got to bring up Matt.
90s Matt Dillon, and I feel like Matt Dillon was in a movie where he was like kind of like he was very 90s-ish. Like 90s Matt Dillon is fine.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting some pictures of 90s Matt Dillon. Well, I mean, okay, there's short hair 90s Matt Dillon, which is, and then there's long hair 90s Matt Dillon, which is a nightmare. He's got an Abraham Lincoln beard that like goes up a little bit.
Oh my
and, like,
God.
long ass hair. So like,
And he's got a
God.
tiny little triangle goatee.
so I
A
can't.
soul. I believe those were soul.
That's right,
patches.
soul patches.
I cannot decide if he's got a soul patch.
I think
or-
it's soul patch.
I think it's a selling his soul patch.
90s
Okay.
Matt Dillon. Cassandra's boyfriend would definitely have a soul patch.
Okay, he's got soul patch on. He's got a Creed shirt.
Ooh.
Hey,
Jared.
hey,
Jared is me.
hey.
I love you.
Shit! Don't do this to me, Cassandra.
I love you. What am I doing? Loving? All I'm doing is loving.
Cassandra, you know that I need my space.
I know, and I respect that space, but I feel like the space that is between you and I is space that is hot and vibrating, and my mouth is so dry.
While you are saying this, excuse me, I'd like to purchase these CDs here.
I bet you would. Oh, right, I should stop mouthing up.
I think, isn't it? I thought she was
sure,
running
you're
the
manning
register.
Yeah,
That's
I'm running
right.
the register.
She's manning the register. She's just on the phone to the store at the same time. I'd like to purchase these CDs. It's like, look, okay, it's fun seeing you, all right? But like I told you, I need to be working on my art.
I know, and I feel like I am your art. We are art. I love
CDs are art,
Okay, sir.
and
Sir, I love you. And I love you. And I love art. And I love everyone.
oh, okay, all right. Good. So now this would be Coach Z.
It sounds more like Coach Z than I'm sorry. Actually, you're also doing kind of a King of Town type situation too.
Okay. How about this? I'll put these CDs on the counter.
Yeah.
I'll take out my American Express.
No!
I just, excuse me? I just said maybe I should come by this afternoon and see you.
Yes!
Great. Okay, so I'll just swipe the card in the machine here, and then I'm assuming, I'll just use your little laser gun here and get the price of these
I'm
CDs.
so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. And I'm proud of you. Jared, I love you. Come by. Seal's coming.
Wait, Seal?
Seal.
I can show him my album art.
Sure. Sir?
It's like this horrendous picture of a rose with lips.
Oh God.
Ooh.
Oh.
Sir, that
Mm-hmm.
total comes to $43.72.
I already swiped for it. Thank you very
Cash!
much.
Well, it wouldn't work because I unplugged the.
Oh yeah, well it says error.
Yeah.
What do you do?
That.
You like touch his face?
I touched the screen.
Okay.
I'm like trying to will the credit card machine into working.
I think we gotta have you draw for a trouble
Oh,
at the end of that
no.
scene. But I do like that we brought in your boyfriend.
What's that?
So okay, man, that's Community.
Oh yeah,
no.
this guy is pissed.
This
so-
guy's mad.
No, this guy is fine. What I think is the problem is there's a long ass line
Oh,
because
no.
you had a phone call that you were managing instead of taking his money, and the credit card machine is down because
Yep.
of what Neil did. We're going to cut over to Neil.
Do I have to roll for
you don't
taking a moment?
you don't have to roll for taking a moment.
Okay, I did make a trouble though.
Yeah, you did make a trouble.
You made it trouble.
I made a trouble. Whoopsie daisy.
What could be more 90s than making a trouble?
I made a trouble.
I think like normally take a moment is for another character like or the
like the
boss.
relationship.
or the seal or the boss to affect the
Neither of
relationship.
them are there.
But neither of them are there. However, in that like little establishing scene, I think you became cool with Neil. Like
Okay.
I think like because
Okay.
you guys sort of had a little moment there.
I'm
so
cool. While I am on ecstasy, I am cool with Neil.
You just got to keep taking that E, man.
Yeah, I love it.
I think that's what everybody else feels after they do a drug. I don't.
I do no drugs. So
I don't know what drugs are like, so I
if that was
assume
accurate.
that I was taught very well in Dare.
In the 90s, I think we all were.
I feel like in the 90s there was a lot of like ecstasy based panic.
Like
as
if I
well.
were to picture a human brain on drugs, it would be a smashed up egg,
Right, yes. That's
and then like a real messed up kitchen.
that's 100% medically accurate, I believe.
And he's a lawyer, so you can take his
Yeah.
word for it.
I'm a Juris Doctorate. That's better than a regular doctor.
And I do want to point out before we transition into Neil's scene that $1,610 has been donated to the Trevor Project. Seriously, those watching the stream, I cannot thank you enough. I know the Trevor Project thanks you, and all of the lives that organization touches, thank you. Seriously, if you have not donated yet, please follow the link in the chat right now to donate to the Trevor Project. Roll for Change, myself, and all the other GMs and players who are part of the podcasting community really wanted to just make like a small amount of money for the Trevor Project, but you guys have completely blown us away, and I am so humbled by that and so thankful that you all out there are dedicated to making the world a better place, even when the world kind of sucks a lot right now.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
So we're going to transition into Neil. Neil, we got another Dave Matthews Band song for you. It could be Crush.
Yeah, I feel like which Dave Matthews Band song is this? Now we're reaching limits of my Dave knowledge. Like, where's the one who's like, "Where are you going?" Do you know that one?
I couldn't
Where
tell you a
you
single
gonna
Dave
be?
Matthews Band song.
Okay, well, I mean, I think Googling Dave Matthews.
Where are you going? Unless
Is that
someone
Crash
in the
Into Me?
chat knows that song.
Dave Matthews, where are you going?
Oh, it's literally called
It's just
Where Are
called
You Going?
Where Are You
Why
Going?
did I think it would be called anything else?
Don't overthink Dave, man. Don't overthink it.
Okay, so yeah, that starts up as we come into Neil. As we
As we
crash into
crash
Neil.
Crash into Neil. Oh, that was-
Neil,
We did that.
we did it. We nailed it.
Neil, what you doing?
So I feel
Or actually, Seal drives up at this moment where,
Oh, shit.
like, the store's customers are at near revolt because of long lines, and also there's just like generally a lot
And
of
that-
people there
I'm
to see
generally
Seal.
on E. Like,
Right.
And you're on.
And there's
E.
normally 2 registers, and there's only currently one register
register.
manned by a girl on E, who's also on the phone.
So you're at the Dunkin' Donuts, right, Neil?
Yes.
Or no,
I'm at the cinema.
Cinnabon.
I'm at the Cinnabon.
Cinnabon.
I just need something to take the edge off, so I buy like some of those like tiny cinnamon donut hole things.
Yeah.
Right.
The bites. I gotta buy those bites. And so I'm just like eating those bites as I come back, and I see. I assume Seal roll in with like a nice car because she's not gonna pick him up in her company car. Right?
We're just picking him up in the BMW, man.
BMW?
That's a pretty
That's
nice
what we
car.
got
Nice
access
car.
to. And Seal specifically requested not to have a limousine.
That makes sense. He's a
For he is humble.
He's a
and
down to earth
of the
guy.
people.
Yeah. So yeah, I see Seal coming out, and I see this line. I assume out the door of
Yeah.
people who are trying to buy things, and so like in a moment, I flash back to like what my life was like in the 3 months before I got this record store job, and it was very like it was very grunge. That
Yeah.
Just in general, there's a lot of grunge everywhere.
But like of necessity or of aesthetics?
Both.
Okay,
I needed
okay.
to survive. I did what I had to survive, and that was embrace grunge.
Yeah.
And then like I flash back, and I'm like, no, I can't. That cannot be me. That cannot be 34-year-old Neil ever again. And so I like run directly to the store, and I see like that you're like, I guess, just very confused. And are you still on the phone?
I think I'm still on the phone. I think Jared is hung up.
Jared
Yeah,
is
I'm
definitely
still on
hung
the
up.
phone.
But you
Alright.
still got the phone, like,
Yes.
it's
and
not.
like when I know that you're like, my jaw is all weird.
Yeah.
It's like
Right.
you get like dry mouth and you're like, you want to grind your jaw, which is why ravers have pacifiers. So I'm like doing weird things with my jaw.
So what's the music that's playing right now? You probably
No,
got.
it's Dave Matthews.
It's Dave
Oh,
Matthews.
okay. No, I mean in the store.
Dave
Is it the
Matthews.
same thing?
Okay.
This is your
So-
Dave
Oh,
Matthews
This is my
shift.
moment.
Yeah.
Okay. So I run in and I'm like, okay, I gotta do something. I gotta think of something. All right. I have good news and bad news, everyone. And I'm just yelling to the whole, like all the customers.
Yeah.
The bad news is America Online is down possibly forever.
What?
And that means that we can't process credit card transactions right now. The good news is Seal is here.
Yeah, he walks in the door. He takes off some sunglasses, and he just looks around. And once again, we get just a blare of "Don't cry."
Yeah.
Like as a hush falls over the crowd, and Seal is backlit, and he looks like an angel descending from heaven.
I mean, like the real Seal.
like the real Seal as he walks into any room. And we also see in the crowd a young Heidi Klum.
Oh yeah, because this is 1995. They started dating like the mid 2000s.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the germ of that love.
Yeah.
It was sparked here.
The germ of that German love.
Yes.
Yeah. So I see that you're not like able to handle anything. So I like is my sister here?
Yes. Yeah, if Seal's here, it also means your
Nora's
sister.
Okay. I say okay, Nora, if you would, as the assistant manager, would you mind manning that register? I'm going to set up another booth for Seal so that as soon as people are done with their purchases, they can come over and talk to Seal.
Yeah, she like looks over and she like shoots you
All
a
right,
very
thanks.
confused look. Assistant manager?
All right, thanks. And then I basically run over and I have that whole display, full of Seal merch and stuff like that. And I know that that Nora did not give Seal my seal of approval thing, so I had another one that I printed at the Kinko's before, and I have it up there, like just a seal of approval and his face, and I like wave over at the big guy.
So this kind of sounds to me like you're going for your goal.
Yes, I am going for my goal.
Okay. So you have no progress towards your goal. There are currently 3 troubles
So many troubles.
on the field.
Well, we just made so many troubles.
So it was impossible for you to overcome that.
It was impossible for me to overcome that, but here's the thing. I'm cool with a friend now.
So
He's cool with somebody.
I'm cool with someone.
yeah, I need you to check off that Act 2 progress towards your goal. Next time you roll for a goal, you will have 2.
Wait, I can't.
Dice.
I can't like re-roll by calling on a friend who I'm cool with.
I don't believe you can do that for shooting
just
for your goal.
tasks?
Yeah, that's just.
Oh,
for,
it's just for
Okay.
tasks.
that's just
okay.
for tasks. But I'll double check really quick. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. No, looks like you can. You can ask Cassandra.
I'm very
for
excited.
help
Yep.
getting Seal to recognize that you are better at managing a record store than your sister.
I got a dang dong dice. I'm gonna do. What do I just roll one?
Well, you got to narrate how you're trying to help and then roll.
Okay. So I think the sight of Seal does something in my riddled brain.
It has a healing effect on you.
And he like he has a healing effect on me. And
The ceiling effect.
A ceiling
a
effect.
ceiling effect on me, and I look out at the crowd, and I know that I have to, like, do something. So in that moment, I sober up enough to say, cash on this side, cards on this side. I can do, and I'm like, cash to me, cards over there.
Okay. That I think would be enough to like get you to help. So at this point, Pranks, you are still rolling against 8, but you get another die.
Oh wait, I have to beat 8. I thought it
You
was.
have
I
to-
just has to be higher than.
You have to. Oh wait a
Oh,
minute.
it says rolling put for your highest die. The man will.
Oh,
put
your
for the
highest dice. Okay, so
Yeah, so now I can just reroll
yeah,
this.
you can reroll that.
Oh come on.
Oh no!
Roll another die.
Oh man, that was the.
We got him to spare.
3.
Oh my
We're
god,
tied.
Tied.
Okay, so if the dice are tied, you'll be offered a bargain with the
This
man.
is perfect, actually.
Okay, so I actually have to pull up page 43 to see what a bargain with the man is going to look
Are
like.
you about to sell out?
I think I sold out like a long time ago.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, finally, what happens if the dice are tied? A bargain is a deal with the devil, or in this case, even worse, a deal with the man.
Oh, that's worse than the devil.
I mean, it's the same. The devil has red skin, the man has white skin. So, in a bargain, the facilitator will tell you how your character has to succumb to the man to succeed in the scene. Okay. So, this is like the artist type character admitting to their dad that he was right all along, and that art school was a waste of everybody's time and money. So for you, Neil, what have your parents been on your case about? We didn't get to show it off earlier in the film, but like, what is the thing that they have wanted for you that you have never done?
They have always actually wanted me to admit that I need to work hard and actually move up in this organization. And all I want to do is hop from store to store and then sort of be like a sort of Eric Trump-esque, just automatically get the thing handed to me. So I think in the moment I'm going to have to swallow my pride and tell my sister, like, is she the man in this situation, or are my parents the man?
Your parents would be the man.
Okay, I'm going to call my parents.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm a 35-year-old man who has to call his parents.
Okay. So let's do this phone call.
Okay. So I plug the phone back in.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, Dad.
Excuse me, you're gonna have to speak up, whoever this
Hey,
is.
Dad!
Dave!
Yeah.
Neil, sorry.
Yeah.
Neil,
It's fine. It's Neil.
Neil, how are you?
I did want my name to be Dave, but then
wait.
you gave it to my younger brother.
How's Seal?
Seal is good. Actually, Seal is great, but there's something that I wanted to kind of talk to you about.
Okay, sport?
So it looks like the rent is due for Revolution tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow.
Which is, weird because I kind of thought that we owned this whole strip mall, and I'm starting to learn that's not the case.
No, we rent out spaces around the city to run our multiple businesses.
So that was what I was wanted to talk to you about, Dad. I think maybe I should spend some time getting to know more about the family businesses.
Wait a minute. Is my
I'm not
son-
saying I'm going to give up my big dog t-shirts. I'm not saying that I'm going to stop listening to Dave and give up my puka shell necklaces. I just think that maybe it looks like you and Mom are not as
Neil?
rich as I thought we were.
Neil?
And oh my God. No,
Neil,
are you
do
not
you
gonna...
know? Do you know why I named you Neil?
I thought it was because I wanted you to name me Dave.
I mean, you were a baby. You had no such desires. At that time, I named you Neil, and I pushed hard for that name. But I looked down at those beautiful blue eyes of yours, and I said, that's a diamond in the rough. And you grew up, and there were a couple years there where you were following around that band you like so well, and we were
We don't need to talk about my fish time.
But I have been waiting for you to say those 3 beautiful letters to me your whole life. MBA.
Okay.
Masters of Business Arts.
I don't know what it stands for. I think it's administration.
Administration. I guess there's no business arts.
That's the problem. Yes! Heartlight by Neil Diamond.
Yes!
Yes, because he named me. Of course, he named me after Neil Diamond.
Yes. Is that what you're saying to me right now?
I'm saying that if you can float the store some cash maybe to cover rent for tomorrow, I'll put in that application to whatever the University of Chicago is calling its business school right now, which I can't remember.
Well, this is the store that you and your sister pitched to me, and I understand it not working out exactly in her first months of managing it.
It would have worked just fine if she had brought me on as a co-manager, just like we talked about. But she hired me as like a stockroom person, Dad, like 3 months ago, and that's the problem.
Well, maybe you'll have to reassess who's manning the store, who's going to manage it.
Yeah.
Especially after this Master's Business Associates degree application gets put in.
I say, thanks, Dad, love you. I hang up, and then I go directly to the bathroom and vomit.
So you accepted a deal with a man. So the store trouble does not increase. So you are maintaining at the level of trouble, and it appears for the moment that you are succeeding in your goal.
But at what cost?
So now we are getting into the third act, and that is the closing. So this is like the big event is going is like starting.
That's the Sheryl Crow act.
Ooh, it's Sheryl Crow
Yeah.
act.
Yes. So I need to again Google some Sheryl Crow songs. Songs. I will point out that the
Oh, it's Soak Up the Sun. That's what it's
That's
called.
Soak Up the Sun is
Right.
the newer one. Soak Up the Sun. All I Want to Do was like her first really big hit,
Mm-hmm.
and then Soak Up the Sun was kind of like her I don't want to say comeback, but it was like a new era of Sheryl Crow as like a California surfer babe,
Mm.
where she had been kind of like dive bar-y.
So
Fun, babe.
we opened with Soak Up the Sun, right?
We opened with All I Want to Do Is Have
We
Some Fun.
opened with All I Want to Do. Okay.
Yep.
okay.
And then I think now it would be If It Makes You Happy. It Can't Be That Bad. That one is a
Cool.
good show. That is a good Sheryl Crow jam.
So Seal is still here. We're in the last hours of the event. There's been a lot of signing. Right now, the store is like on fire in three ways. Many customers are not happy because of long lines. You are still missing $1,000 perhaps.
Who can say why?
Yeah, who can know why?
And
the
of
boss
course,
is
your
pissed.
sister is like not pissed. She's not angry. She's depressed. She's sad because, as it turns out, a white man wanting something isn't the most important thing in the world.
Oh.
And so I'm sorry that I projected a race onto your character,
Oh, no,
but
it's
he was
fine.
a fan of the Dave Matthews Band.
Yes.
You
So-
did not project a race. You described a race.
So we open like on a montage of the store. We have Neil and Seal sitting together.
Neil and Seal together at last.
We have still managing one of the cash register, like, because you said your side was cash, right?
Yes.
So the person least equipped to accept
Right.
payment right now,
I figure I'm just taking cash. I'm not making change.
right?
I'm just accepting cash.
I will accept cash
will,
at this
for
register.
records.
No wonder people are so furious.
Cash for records.
We will need exact change in this record store
I'm
only.
I'm not asking for exact change. I just tell them what it costs and then take however much money they hand to me.
And then we cut to the employee bathroom where we see Nora.
Which and there's definitely puke in there.
Yeah, I mean, you puked in that. This is after you've puked. Like maybe you haven't cleaned up part of it.
Yeah, of course I haven't cleaned up part of it.
But we see her like sitting on the toilet, like with a lid down, and she's got her knees up in her chest, and she is bawling right now because everything is falling apart for her, even though she thought she was doing so well. And I can't think of a better song to open with there. But right now, everybody has their store tasks. And because you have thrown a coup, Neil, I would like you to figure out what the store needs right now in order not to implode.
Okay, so we've got angry people, the money issue that's sort of on the back burner, right?
Yeah.
And then my sister is crying.
Yes.
Okay. With all due respect to my sister, I kind of feel like the angry customers have to be our priority. This is exactly the sort of keen-eyed financial calculations I will be making at my Masters of Business Arts, I'm going to call it. So I think the first thing to do is I'm going to go up to the register and I'm going to tap you on the shoulder. I'm going to say,
Yep.
Listen, do you think you can manage Seal and I'll just take all of the money transactions happening, both cash and credit card? Just go hang out with Seal, make sure Seal's happy, make sure Seal is chill, you know.
Yeah.
Make Seal like Forrest Gump.
You want him to jog?
I mean, if that's what makes him happy, I just want him to be simple and happy.
Okay, I can do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna lead Cassandra over to where Seal is and have her sit down next to Seal. Just have her on managing Seal duty, and then I will just start rapidly trying to handle all of the cash transactions that are happening.
Okay, wow. All right. So I think the most amusing thing for us to look on first is Cassandra and Seal. Cassandra, are you going to pursue your goal? This is Act 3. This would be the last opportunity to pursue your goal. Or are you going to double down and try and make Seal super happy?
I gotta try and pursue that goal.
You gotta pursue that
gotta
goal!
pursue that goal. So
This is your big chance.
It's
You're not
my
gonna
big
get to see
chance.
Seal again.
I'm gonna interview Seal.
Awesome.
I've decided I'm going to interview Seal.
So I kind of want to roll first here.
Okay. How many do I get? 2?
Yeah, you get 2 because you have 1 tick toward your goal progress.
Oh
no. boy.
Oh, it's tied.
It's tied.
Oh, it's tied.
Okay.
I can bargain with the man.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That means you can call my parents.
Yeah, who do I call?
I kind of think
Could you call Cinnabon?
no. What I think happens.
Oh no.
You've been trying to do an expose of
Yes.
some type. And like I think what happened after the Seal news, like you got that email that like
Yeah.
Seal is going to be at the store. You told everybody in the same sentence that you were like telling people about how you're going to do an expose. And a friend of a friend like works at, I don't know if E is around in that day.
You could say Rolling Stone. That would work too.
he
Yeah.
was around.
But E is 900
Oh, you want it to be
times
garbage?
trashier.
Oh,
yeah.
you want it to be Garb. Okay.
Yeah, it's TMZ style. So yeah, that somebody reached out to you.
That is
and
prime
you,
E time.
Like
Yes.
you sent off like a lofty explanation of how you are a journalist of true integrity
Yep.
and an artist, and you would not stoop to collecting trash. And like Seal like looks over you and smiles and goes, "How are you doing?" And you like look back and freak out and
Yep.
like dash off, and you make a phone call to this person who reached out to you from E Entertainment News.
Okay. Hi,
Hey, who's this?
this is Cassandra.
Don't remember you, Cassandra. Cassandra, are you my 2:30? It's a little bit early for you to be calling, right?
No, actually, I'm the one that reached out to you about Seal.
Oh, that's right, from Chicago, the record store girl. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to read your email. Are you going to be doing some fishing for us?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing. There is a rumor that Seal is not a fan of his smash hit "Kiss from a Rose." So I need you to do some digging, find out the real story. And here's the thing. He's going to see you as a record store employee. He's not going to, have the same guard up that he would if he was talking to one of my people. I just need you to get at the meat, get at the truth, and, we'll make it worth your while.
Okay. But I want to be a correspondent on Wild on E.
Wild on Chicago.
We'll talk about it after you bring back that scoop.
Okay.
All right. So you've accepted a deal with the man.
Yep.
You will be able to get your goal of writing an expose. And the store crises will not advance.
Great.
And we're going to cut back to you and Seal. And you're going to talk to Seal. And I'm going to struggle to do a Seal impression. Actually, you know what? This is unorthodox. But Pranks, I'm going to have you act as Seal.
Isn't Seal British? I think he's just British.
Oh God. This is not going to go well.
In our universe, Seal is British.
I believe he's British. Yeah.
I've actually heard. I've heard Aziz Ansari do an impression of Seal.
Yep.
So
Please
I think
do
I'm gonna
Aziz
do that.
Ansari's
I think I'm gonna
impression
do-
of Seal.
Yes, thank you. Seal
Yeah.
is a Brit. He is
Okay.
British. Hi, Seal.
We're going with Aziz Seal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, please.
All right.
Hi, Seal.
Hey, Cassandra, how's it going?
It's going okay. Did you need anything? Maybe an Orbit soda or a Clearly Canadian?
I think a Fresca would be great.
Okay. You know what I hate? Roses.
Okay.
I hate that they have thorns.
I've heard every one of them has thorns.
Oh, you're right, Seal. But maybe maybe you could just like talk to me about how you feel about roses.
Well, I wrote a song about roses, but I hear it all the time, and I really want people to listen to my other songs, like The Light in Your Eyes, or like, all people want to do is ask me about Flying Like an Eagle, or what it was like meeting the real Bugs Bunny, but I want to perform my other stuff,
Oh, so if you had to like rank your songs,
Yeah.
where would you rank Kiss from a Rose?
Oh, I don't even think about Kiss from a Rose that much.
Oh, wow. Would you even say that you, I don't know, don't like it?
I like all of my songs. They're like my children, but I do like some of my children more than other children.
If you had to pick which child you like the least,
Oh,
if you had to just guess.
probably. James, can I see the list of Seal songs?
Okay, the list of Seal songs. And a real life fact about Seal is that he does not like Kiss from a Rose because it makes no sense.
Yeah. I think probably Let's Stay Together.
Oh, yeah.
That cover I did.
Yeah.
I don't really like that cover I did.
Also,
It gives me a bad feeling because I feel like something bad's gonna happen to me in the future with a relationship, but I can't put my finger on it.
you know what I hate? Roses. I just wanted to reiterate that if you didn't like roses, you could feel comfortable telling me, because who am I but a lowly record store employee?
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, no, I'm really more into lilies. Fun fact about Seal, loves lilies.
Oh, if you could just say that you don't like Kiss from a Rose.
Okay. Cassandra doesn't like Kiss from a Rose.
No, but just like, put it in your words.
Oh, there used to be a graying tower alone on the sea. You became the light on the dark side of me.
God damn it, Seal! God damn it, Seal! Seal! Do you know the kind of fucking pressure that I'm under?
Did you know that when it snows?
Don't fuck with me, Seal. That doesn't make any sense. None of this makes any sense. I'm having a rough day, and
I really feel like I've upset you. I'm sorry.
it's okay.
Do you want me to start singing Fly Like an Eagle? Will that soothe you?
We all know nothing more would soothe me, but Seal, I gotta be honest with you.
You know what? Look. Let me
I took
be
a lot
real
of
with
E
you.
today.
Really? Me too.
What? Is this how you always feel coming down from E?
No, I'm pretty much always on E. I've never come down off it. So
Wait, were you on E when you wrote Kiss from a Rose?
yeah, Hondo P.
Okay, well, like, does that
No,
mean-
actually, I gotta be honest. That was the one song I wrote when I was not on E, and that's why it came out so weird.
Wow. Thanks.
I don't even really like it that much, Kiss from a Rose, I mean.
Wow. Wow, Seal.
It reminds me of that time I wasn't on E.
And soon, I'm gonna be on E.
Wow.
I think this is. I can already see Seal admits to being on E, basically 100% of his life. So yeah,
Seal, if you're listening to this, I do not think you're on E. Also, that was Aziz Ansari, not Seal. So I think we're okay.
Aziz Ansari, if you're listening to this,
You know what you did.
So I think we got to move over to Neil. This is going to be the last thing that people get to do before the act breaks. Now, you have an opportunity either to buckle or to double down, or take a moment. Right now, your sister is crying in the bathroom. That is like definitely related to this problem with boss that you're dealing with. There are a lot of other fires that are potentially like on the table. If you you're going to be pulling one trouble if you decide to take a moment instead of like work, and you'll be pulling another trouble at the end of the act. So if they're both the same thing, one of those troubles is going to escalate to 5, and the store will definitely close.
Okay. So I'm in a rough spot here because I feel like taking a moment would actually help my sister, which is one of the troubles.
Yeah.
Right now. On the other hand, now that I know I'm going to the dark side and that I will be in the MBA program, I think I'm going to go try to talk to my sister and work, but try to explain to her why I'm in charge now and that she needs to just let go and, this is what's best for the store.
Okay.
So I'm working. This is me working, not me taking a moment, just to be clear.
All right. So we are going to have you roll.
Okay.
You're rolling 2 dice.
5-5.
Oh boy. So you win. You win your roll. And your sister is crying on the toilet. What do you do?
I walk right up to her and I'm like, "Hey sis, how's it going?"
Not good.
Well, so you know how when you were 10, you were really into like Rainbow Bright,
Yeah.
and you thought that when you grew up you would be Rainbow Bright?
I mean, not when I was 10. Like, I was old enough to know that I wasn't going to be Rainbow Bright.
So when
but,
you
like, I
grew
would
up-
have liked to have been Rainbow Bright.
Well, why did you give up on that? I'm just saying, like,
Because-
it doesn't seem like running a record store is really what you want to be doing.
It is, Neil.
But look at yourself. You're just crying in the bathroom, and there's like an international celebrity
I'm
out there.
crying in the bathroom because $1,000 went missing from the store.
Well, let's not get into why you're crying in the bathroom.
Either we got robbed and we didn't notice it, which is like unfathomable. Like, I've watched these books like a hawk.
And so I guess that brings me to my point. Maybe you're not very good at watching them. And maybe you should try to be Rainbow Bright. Or like whatever you want to do now that it's 15 years later and you realize that Rainbow Bright is a cartoon character you have no realistic chance of becoming.
God, Neil. You're really bad at pep talks.
Oh, this is not a pep talk. You would know.
Okay, well, what do you want to get from me, Neil? We're not gonna have $1,000 to pay rent
Right.
tomorrow.
We're not. But that doesn't matter because mom and dad are going to pay off the rent tomorrow.
Well, there's no way that the store can stay open. Like, it's not financially stable. Like, it doesn't make sense for them, as business people, to.
It will be because there's going to be some changes around here.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So,
What does that mean?
I was coming in here because I wanted to see how you were doing, but really it seems like, and this is something that I've realized after talking to mom and dad and looking deep within myself and realizing that I was always meant to do this. I just don't think you're a
Holy
great
shit.
fit.
Holy shit. Is this about your little fucking tantrums?
What tantrums?
She takes off her glasses, like her eyes are bloodshot right now, just puffy from tears. Look, I have been really fucking patient with you, Neil. Really fucking patient with you. Every day coming in here and making subtle digs about how I shouldn't be in charge, okay? And I ignore it because I feel bad for you.
Okay.
I look at you and I feel fucking bad for you,
Well,
Neil.
guess
You've
what?
been working here and you are the worst employee
Maybe
in
this place
store.
was the worst. until I had my big epiphany. And what I realized is that I am a white man.
Well, congratulations.
And
But
it's,
wait, the what? What?
and it's time for me to go to business school. And turn this store around using money that my parents gave me. And maybe if you were a white man, you would have had this epiphany too. So what I'm saying is, maybe Rainbow Bright's still out there, but I know it's not in that store.
Go fuck yourself, Neil.
And I leave.
She she leaves. She pushes you out of the way. She opens the door to the bathroom. She slams it shut. Like the store, which is like on the verge of riots, like stops and looks up at her. She looks around at the store. And she looks over at Seal. She says, "Fuck you, Seal!"
Whoa, man, that's not cool at all.
She like storms out the door, gets
Fuck you, Seal.
gets in her car and drives away. And we flip another problem for Act 3. That is community. So
I
community.
thought we were in Act 3.
I thought this was Act
so,
3.
So yeah, well, this is the end of Act 3.
Okay, okay.
So like you flip another before the end of the thing. That is community.
Oh,
so
no.
that like set off.
the crowd.
Basically, the crowd is rioting right now.
And we've got Seal, and we need to protect him.
We need to protect Seal.
And so now, yeah, they're demanding the blood of Seal.
We will not be satisfied.
So now, man, this is like kind of a bummer movie because
really
we're at
bad.
the epilogue.
Okay.
And the first question is, did you save the store? And here's the thing. Here's my thing as the GM. Nothing mechanically, no problem is mechanically bad enough for you to have lost the store.
Yes.
But like you're only surviving due to a cash injection from like the owners, your parents. So I think the store does not survive in the
Its
same
current form.
way.
Yeah.
Its current form.
I have a suggestion.
Yes, please.
We have to form a partnership with Cinnabon.
Interesting, man.
So we have to
Man.
knock down a wall, and it's become, we're trying to compete with the Borders next door,
Yep.
and now it's become a record store / Cinnabon, the way it's a Borders / coffee shop.
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of feel like the soundtrack to this is Prayer for the Dying.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's like it's the ultimate 90s. It's basically a miniature mall inside this strip mall as
Yeah.
like you've got Cinnabon and like really only this is the prototype for Starbucks having like their mix of CDs being
Yes,
sold at the
yes.
register.
And like Seal only agreed to appear in this movie under the grounds that they would not use Kiss from a Rose. That's why we didn't get Kiss from a Rose.
Yeah, we never got it. Did you achieve your goal? I think on the TV, we see Cassandra on E.
So it's like
On E, on E.
on E. So that would be me at like San Padre Island, like
Mm-hmm.
on Wild On at a foam party, being like, "What's up, everybody? We're here at Senior Frogs for spring break." Woo!
And Neil, we see you. You definitely achieved your goal.
I definitely achieved my goal. So I think that like my final scene is I'm waking up in the morning and Dave Matthews is still playing. Like we're playing again Ants Marching, and like I get up and then I go to my closet, and on one side of my closet there's just a whole bunch of fucking Big Dog off-brand tees, and on the left there's a single suit and tie.
Oh.
And I put that suit and tie on,
Man.
and I walk out the door passing a poster of Greed.
Are you? Wait, I have to say something. Have we been referring to the movie Wall Street as Greed?
Oh, have we
this
been?
whole time.
No, isn't there a sequel?
Maybe I pulled the sequel.
Gordon Greco's in.
Well,
Wall
there's a
Street.
sequel to Wall Street
I
in
thought
the
there
90s.
was. I thought there was a '90s or '80s movie called Greed. Maybe I'm
there
wrong.
is.
Maybe
But
I'm.
hearing Gordon. I was like,
Maybe I've just.
Have we been referring to? Wall
I
Street?
definitely pulled out the name Gordon Gecko. So
Okay,
Yes.
so let's just say we're gonna go back and every time we said Greed, we meant Wall Street.
We're gonna put in Wall Street. I think Greed.
Oh,
was-
Greed's the movie that just came out.
is
That's
Greed
why.
The sequel. that was-
Well, I mean, there's a 1924 film called Greed that is a black and white thriller. So I'm gonna say that I was a little bit confused.
So there's a poster of Wall Street.
of Wall Street.
Yeah.
Oh
this
God,
is
where
most
did
of
American?
Wall Street.
Oh no, American Psycho would be anachronistic because it's 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the novel
Yeah.
could be
Yeah.
on the shelf.
I'm not gonna. Neil doesn't read.
Neil doesn't read.
So yeah, it's a poster of Wall Street
Yeah.
as he walks away.
We did it.
So the next question is, let's see, did you keep all your friendships intact?
No. I mean, I think we're cool now because
Yeah,
we don't work
we
in the
were
same record
cool,
store.
but we don't work together
Yeah.
anymore.
And I
work
definitely
together
did not
anymore.
keep my relationship with my sister.
No.
Yeah. So I think with this epilogue, like you are, finishing like opening the store, and I feel like we need a scene that shows where your sister went after she, I assume, not just left the store, but essentially abandoned the family to go
Oh,
on
I have an
and
idea.
have her own life. Oh yeah.
I have an idea. I think she's touring with 98 Degrees now. I think she's following them on tour.
Okay, so you
Wasn't
think
that her like dream band?
Yeah. her-
I think that's her Rainbow Bright
is,
now.
That is her favorite band
Yes.
that we have established. Though, is that does she just go on to be to tour with the least relevant boy band in the 90s?
Yeah.
All right.
Probably.
So we have a scene where some gentlemen in suits walk in the door, like they're like two big guys.
Mm-hmm.
They're like a security detail, like walk in the door and sort of like check over the room. What do you do when confronted with that?
Oh, am I the sister?
I know you're the manager of this.
Oh, I'm Neil.
Yeah, you're Neil.
And there's like a security.
There's like a security detail that like sort of walked in, is checking out the place.
Oh
generally.
man, I'm gonna have to. All right, I like my suit's obviously too big for me, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to try to smooth out some of the wrinkles and try to look as tall as I can, which is like 5'4", I guess. And then I'm gonna walk right up to him and I'm gonna say in my best like business school voice, "Can I help you?"
They look down and just like hit something in the air. This place appears to be clear. Bring him in. And then we see a close crop, like pixie cut, complete like I guess she had shoulder length platinum
Yeah.
blonde hair before. Now it's still platinum blonde, but it's a pixie cut. She's got those glasses, but she's also got a lady suit, Hillary Clinton style lady suit on.
Yeah.
She's walking in charge. She's got a clipboard in her hand, and following her is the 98 degrees. All 98 of those degrees. Walk in. All right, guys, we've got 10 minutes before we get to the venue, so get them quick. She doesn't even acknowledge you.
Wow.
I
They want
see.
them Cinnabons.
I look directly at her, and I'm like obviously trying to catch her eye. And when she doesn't, I just walk directly up to the 98 Degrees person, extend my hand, and say, "Hi, manager. Nice to meet you."
Oh, I don't talk to people like you. Hey, let's see if there's no real good name for Nora. Hey, Anne, could you deal with this peasant here real quick? I don't know which member of the 98 degrees.
The 98.
is.
We'll say that's 9.
Yeah, that's 9. No, you know what? That's degree.
That's degree.
degree.
That's degree.
Nora walks over and goes, looks at you like you can't tell if there's like any recognition
Because she has sunglasses on
for
too.
you. She's got those aviator shades on. She goes, could you get 4 dozen cinnamon buns ready in the next 15 minutes?
I guess, and like I'm defeated at this point because I know that I've got to get this 98 degree. I've got to get them to sign here, or I'm once again in financial straits. So I run to the back of the I run to the back of the store, I open up the safe, and I grab as much cash as I possibly can, and then I start running out the door.
Wow.
What?
Dang. And credits roll to
Smash Mouth All-Star.
That's 2000s, I think.
No way, dude. All-Star's definitely 90s.
All right, I gotta look it up
I mean, my guess is 2001.
because I keep associating with Shrek. So
Ooh, that's fair.
My guess is it's 2001, no later than 2003.
I think Walking on the Sun is. Let's see.
1999.
1999.
So conceivably, there could have been a time jump. The movie was set in 97, and in 99, everybody came to their stuff. So yeah, it shuts down to All-Star. What a
confusing tonally move.
yeah. What a bummer.
What a fucking film.
Yeah.
And just unclear of truly what the arc was.
There were no
but-
heroes. There were no people to identify
I
with.
mean, I don't know. I kind of identified with Nora.
Nora,
Maybe
yeah,
that's just
Nora
'cause I
got
was
the
playing
bum
her.
deal in this.
And I kind of like Cassandra. I mean, she's not reliable.
So we're
She didn't have
saying there's
redeeming
only one villain.
But she wasn't a villain. I mean, Seal was like a questionable force, maybe an agent of chaos.
Seal was an agent of chaos.
Yeah, we wrapped up the game about half an hour early, but I want to once again call out to Roll for Change. Can we get an update on what the most recent number is? Because the last one that I saw was much, much higher than I expected. Yeah, Seal is the hero that this movie needs.
That's true.
I agree. This film definitely did need a hero of some sort.
James, look.
$1,760.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a lot of money. Thank you,
Wow.
everyone. That's awesome.
That is great.
Like I am seriously blown away by the generosity of the folks watching these streams, and this is just the first one. Coming up after this, I can't remember if somebody wants to shoot me who the next person in the order is, but I believe that is a 2-hour slot.
Is that the Delta Green game or?
Yeah, I think that might be the Delta Green. Yeah, that's Delta Green. So I will plug Delta Green really quick to see if you want to stay around for this. Very much like 90s record comedies, Delta Green is about a secret wing of the government that battles Cthulhu and doesn't mind grinding people into dust while they do it.
Damn the Man, Save the Cthulhu.
Yeah, so this is more, yeah, exactly. I really feel like that's the sequel. And I want to thank Hannah Schaefer so much for providing us with a preview copy of Damn the Man, Save the Music. If you'd like to play and maybe play like a more sweet saccharine version of this, which I believe is like where this genre lives.
It would be impossible not to do.
It would be impossible not to do that. But thanks everybody so much for hanging out with us. Thanks so much to Pranks and Allie.
Thanks for
joining
having us, James.
on
This is
one.
super fun.
This was a blast. And you will be able to hear this episode on One Shot if you want to relive this and to
This waking,
This nightmare.
walking nightmare.
Yeah, man. We recently played Cthulhu Dark on One Shot, and we also set that in a '90s record store comedy, but it was like a Lovecraftian horror. I
Yes.
think this one had a more depressing ending.
Yeah. This was like a Mike Judge movie, but like they went with a sad ending.
Yeah.
This is Office Space, where it turns out burning down a building does not solve all your problems. Oh man. Well, I kind of feel like I should fill this time, but I do also want to just stop the recording really quick.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any impressions of Damn the Man that they want to share with
Yeah,
the
so we can
listeners
talk about
while
it.
I stop the audio recording portion of this?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Oh, we can just talk about the game.
Oh.
The game.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm breaking my own studio.
Yeah. Everything is falling apart. We can also, if anyone in the chat has questions, we can answer a question.
Yeah, we should just talk about 90s boy bands. Clearly
Yes.
you are a font of knowledge here. Does anyone want to just rap about that for a while?
More is these impressions.
I mean, I can do this as a season, sorry, if you want.
So my ranking of 90s boy bands is obviously NSYNC, then Backstreet Boys.
Why
then
obviously
90s.
NSYNC?
Because NSYNC had the most. They had the most, like charisma. I think Backstreet Boys had more talent. Like they were clearly like more talented, and their songs were a lot better. But NSYNC just had that fucking charisma, man.
I think the weirdest thing about NSYNC that I really enjoy is their song "Digital Digital Get Down,"
Oh, that's
which was
just about cybersex.
yes, which was very bizarre.
Yes.
Which
yes.
featured like modem noises in it as part of the beat. That was it stuck with you.
That's like kind of avant-garde, especially.
It's like, thinking back, it was truly like it was like really dirty in like a weird way. That,
Yeah.
like boy bands did not
Often
that
get in
dirty.
that territory. Yeah.
Black and Blue was a pretty good album. I would not say D12 is technically a boy band. It is a band of boys, but it was not a boy band. See, Backstreet Boys definitely had more talent. They had better harmonies, and like I think their best singer, who in my mind was AJ, is probably better than NSYNC's best singer, which was JC. Was their best singer. Justin is not the best singer in NSYNC.
Yeah, but so what is it about Justin Timberlake that led him to become the success out of that group?
He had the charisma. He had the right look.
You know what? I think it's the Mickey Mouse Club effect. I
Yeah.
think that like that dark bargain that all of those children made
Wherever he was
eventually-
manufactured.
Yeah.
Yes, whatever lab in Florida that like injected a super serum into Justin Timberlake around 2002.
Yeah, man, I gotta say, I expected to hate him, but you know, he's a great actor.
I went to go see Justin Timberlake in concert. I've seen him solo twice, and I saw NSYNC, and I saw Justin Timberlake on the 2020 tour, and it was like insane. Like he went on for 3 hours. He started early. He like played so many songs, like I got tired. I was like, Justin, I have to sit down. He plays piano, he plays guitar, he does covers, he dances the whole time. It's all Justin Timberlake.
That's a high density talent.
Yeah. He's he's not, great at piano, great at guitar, but he can pull out a series of Elvis covers on guitar, which is what he did.
That's
in
more
that
than I
show.
can do.
Yes.
I can do maybe one Elvis cover on guitar. Maybe.
What else? Anything else we have to cover for the stream? What are the folks?
Yeah. If there's anything else that you'd like to talk about on stream, I'm just waiting to see if headquarters still needs us to fill the time, because we are technically leading into another thing. What I could do is just like play a game with Pranks really quick, and Allie, like, we can, if you need to be free, you can fly free.
I might need to fly free, guys.
Okay.
It's cool. I mean, I
Yeah.
brought Destiny, so.
Yeah, cool. We're gonna say goodbye to Allie. Thanks
Bye,
everybody for
friends.
watching, Allie. And for the next 30 minutes until we're ready to go with the next stream, Pranks and I are just gonna hang out and we can. Okay, So they might, Pranks and I are gonna fill time. We're gonna play some games. But yeah, Allie, thank you so much for joining us.
Nerds.
Check out Allie's work at Cards Against Humanity.
And Vulture.com.
Vulture.com.
Yeah, if you need to dip your toe into the world of The
It's
Bachelor,
so good. It's
We can
so
also
good.
talk about The Bachelor for 15 minutes.
I don't want to
if
force you to
necessary.
stay.
No, I will talk about The Bachelorette for 15 minutes because Pranks is apparently watching this season.
So this is the first season I've watched because I started with your recap,
Yes.
and then after I read your recap, I went back and read a little bit about the personal dynamics about
Yes.
what happened last season because I wanted to find out about Rachel's backstory.
Yes.
And yeah, I gotta say it's bonkers
Refer to it
town.
as an origin, please.
Sorry, yes, her origin.
Her Bachelorette origin story. Rachel,
Also, like this is like the first person who's competing that I'm rooting for, which feels
yes,
weird.
Rachel's the first Black Bachelorette. She's an accomplished lawyer. She's like well known in her community.
and doesn't seem like a bad person.
She's a very good person. Everyone when she was on The Bachelor, everyone on her season loved her, which is always a good sign. Because there were people on that season, on Nick's season, that had secret drama. But if there are wrestling fans out there, which I feel like there might be some crossover, Kenny King
Kenny's awesome.
from Ring of Honor is on The Bachelorette just as himself, and he is amazing.
He's so good.
He's so good. He has a 10-year-old daughter that looks like she's 25.
Wait, is he competing?
He's one of the contestants
No way.
on The Bachelorette.
That's bonkers town.
Yes. He's great. They just did a mud wrestling challenge where he was like lifting people over his head and all these like white guys that are very buff, but one of them was like, I wrestle with my brothers, so I think I got this. And it's like, oh no, Kenny King is an actual professional wrestler.
I mean, like professional wrestlers, like I've only seen one in person, and they're like all bigger than people.
He's really big, and the best is, so like, because there are, and I wrote about this before, but because there are more black men and men of colors in general on this season, there's like a greater, everyone is just funnier and more interesting and better. Sorry. But there's also just like a way that people like joke with each other that exists between black men that I think is like very particular.
I feel like I'm gonna get a very skewed version of what The Bachelor is
Bachelor
like,
is-
having only seen this season.
It's never like this. And so they had a clip of Kenny and like two guys were fighting, and Kenny just goes, listen, I'm a professional wrestler, so I know what it looks like when white guys get crazy. And these white guys are getting crazy. And then it cut to him like leaving the conversation. But so there's also a big controversy because they just found
One of them has
that one of the guys is like his Twitter is like racist and sexist and Islamophobic and homophobic.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a country singer guy.
He's like an aspiring
The
country
cowboy guy,
singer.
yeah.
His hair looks like Roger from Doug. Like it's
Oh,
it's
no.
a little bit in the front and goes straight up and over.
Oh.
And so they found his Twitter where he calls Black Lives Matter a terrorist organization and says,
Oh my God.
and he says he's never seen a pretty feminist.
How did he get past the producers?
The producers approached him to be on the season.
Okay, so they were hoping, let's see, we want some good reality show conflict. Let's bring on a white nationalist.
He's not a white nationalist
Yeah, he just straight up has that Richard
to
Spencer
win
haircut,
the
huh?
affections of the first Black Bachelorette. So
No, thanks.
The next episode, I think there's going to be going to be a lot of drama, and
And there's already a drama with that one contestant who had a girlfriend, or who was sleeping with some girl.
Oh yes, there was a guy who had a girlfriend, and his girlfriend showed up,
Yeah.
and he got kicked off the show.
That episode was very good.
Go back and watch all the DeMario stuff. That's great. But keep your eye out because I will definitely be writing about that they put a racist on the show to date the first Black Bachelorette.
I cannot wait to read the Allie Barthwell write-up of that. In the meantime, I want to point out we have hit $1,800 for the Trevor Project.
The goal is $2,000.
The goal is 2,000 now. We are well on pace for that. Again, this was just the first stream. There are still 4 hours at least of stream to follow this.
Dang.
That's really, really incredible. I like seriously. I know so many people in my audience who have expressed like fear and concern post the election, and a lot of those people were in the trans community. And to see people in gaming spaces, which do not have the best reputation, coming together and donating to the Trevor Project while celebrating, our love for gaming at the same time is really wonderful. Like, I cannot express to you how valuable it is for people to be, standing up and saying that they support other people in the community who have been like targeted and threatened by this administration. It's really, really wonderful to see that. And I just hope that we keep seeing more. So please keep pushing for that $2,000 goal. Again, originally it was $250.
Was that for the day?
That was for the day. I kind of think my personal goal, and this isn't an official goal that I'm rattling off right here. My personal goal is for us to hit 10 times what our initial goal was.
That would be really awesome.
Yes.
Hey, we thought we were like maybe pushing for $250. If we get to $2,500, like that sends a very strong message to a lot of people in our community. And I hope, come Monday, I'll be able to announce on One Shot the wonderful success out of the Roll for Change stream. It would definitely make me faint too. I would be like super, super thrilled if we managed to do that. Man, yeah, I didn't want to bring it down, but like I am just thrilled by like the response that we're getting out of this
Yay!
charity
Yeah.
stream.
That's a very fun thing. That's not bringing it
Yeah.
down. That's a fun, happy thing.
Yeah. It's super awesome. Pranks, I do want to do a quick shout out to Adventure. I just finished listening to episode 3. I know that this was a podcast that I got to be a part of, but like it was still fun to listen back and like, hey, if you're looking for more 90s nostalgia, go listen to the Pokemon anime episodes that Pranks did.
We
on
go
Adventure.
whole hog. We do the sound effects. We do Who's That Pokemon?
You did Who's That Pokemon without a visual
I know.
component.
I
to it.
really enjoyed that. I was like, what's the correct way to do this bit? And then I was like, no, I'm just gonna do this. So yeah, we just go, Who's that Pokemon? And then I wait a few seconds, and then we all go, it's Nidorino. Yeah, that was honestly a huge blast to record, and like people are bugging you, I know, on Twitter about doing it again, like
Yeah.
already.
I'm
It just
bugging
happened.
me in my life to just live as James,
James,
from
yeah.
Pokemon. He had it figured out.
He did have it figured out, and you damn near beat those kids too.
We captured Pikachu. We just didn't get away with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Big strong moment, and you nearly got married.
Yeah, very nearly got
It was
married.
a very eventful
Very emotional,
time for
eventful
Team Rocket.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. So this is just in Veronica from Cthulhu and Friends, which is one of the other wonderful podcasts, not just out there in the world, but that's part of the Roll for Change network, said that if we hit 3,000, this next segment that's going to be coming up, the Cthulhu and Friends segment, will be canon in the Cthulhu and Friends universe. So that's really exciting. I know a lot of people are huge fans of Cthulhu and Friends. I am a fan of Cthulhu and Friends. So I'm actually not sure. Is this the Delta Green segment? Like, are we getting like some system crossover? Because normally they play in the D20 version of Cthulhu. So that'll be very exciting.
Very fun.
And we are just 2 minutes away. 2 minutes left
Where we just have to say some more stuff.
that we got to
Say
build.
some more stuff. I talked about the Bachelorette. That's my big thing.
Yeah,
right now.
no, Cthulhu and Friends is after Delta. So that is going to be coming up in the third segment. Will be the Cthulhu and Friends segment. What was I going to say? I don't. Oh yeah. I imagine if we had our third player, who I hope is okay, and we'll have to call after this, that we would still be going right now.
Yeah.
It'll be a custom system after 7 p.m.
Oh,
Ooh,
interesting.
That's really cool. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the Delta Green segment. I'm going to have to hurry home after this so that I can watch it. But we've got 1 minute left. I'm going to leave you guys with Pranks and Allie.
As you save
As
the
I go to turn off the stream.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for donating.
Yeah, this was amazing. It was very touching that you guys donated so much in such a short amount of time. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Tell your friends to donate and give more money.
Yeah.